thing in the past and what you have done hasn't worked. Because what we want to do with the O is we want to close all the other doors, right? Because right now you're leaving a lot of doors open in the sales process. So you have to say, hey, if you're not going to do this, what would you do? Well, I would do it at home. Well, do you have access to a pool? No, not really. Or I do, but it's like, they say yes. You're like, okay, well, when would you do it? Would you have time to take them 3 times a week? And they're going to be like, well, no, I don't have time to take them 3 times a week. And you're like, all right. So is it safe to say that there's no reasonable alternative for you right now? And be like, yes. It's like, honestly, you're the perfect fit for what we have. Can I tell you a little bit about it? Yes. Okay. So no one's ever walked you through the process of teaching a kid how to swim before, right? Right. Okay, cool. So I'm making myself the authority right now. So there's 3 things that you have to do to teach the skills. So every kid needs to float, get to the wall, and learn how to do help. That sounds obvious, but there's a big difference between people who succeed at doing that and the ones that don't. And the ones that do have 3 things in common. Number 1 is the right environment. So right now you're at home, it's distracting, or you go to a public pool, there's big kids doing cannonballs next to you, it doesn't work, right? Right. The second is you've got people who are just lifeguards off duty, have never really done this before, and they're not actually experts at training, right? You can imagine, let me think of an analogy. If I've got a high school kid who's just drawing, and then I've got a master artist, who do you think can teach someone how to do it better? Well, the master artist, of course. And not only can they do it better, they'll do it faster. And so the third thing is if you have the right environment, you have the right expertise, the next thing is you need the right process, right? You don't want to have somebody who's doing this willy-nilly. Instead, it's like a repeatable system to get someone from never been around a pool to you being a stress-free parent so you don't have to worry about doing a good job. Does that all make sense? Okay, great. So when did you want to have Timmy come in?
Summer. But yes.
No, you want him ready by summer, right? So it'd be like you saying, hey, I want to be 40 pounds lighter by summer. And I'm like, right, so we got to start now.
Yeah.
Okay, honestly, the best time to start would have been last month. So you're a little late. So we got, so again, we got to move the anchor. So if someone says, hey, I'd rather come in the summer, it's like, honestly, sweetie, it's February. You should have been started in December. If you want him to miss the summer, he needs to start coming like tomorrow. So it's like, what's the first day this week you can bring him in?
Absolutely.
Right? And she says, whatever. And you're like, great. What card do you want to use?
Yeah. Perfect.
And then they're gonna you say Visa or MasterCard, whatever, and they're gonna say one of the two. You say, great. And then what's gonna happen is they're gonna start reading the card number. And you're like, no. Actually, don't read the card number. It's fine. Let's just keep it safe. I'm going to send you a link right now. I'll stay on the phone line to make sure everything works out. Did you get it? Okay, cool. Click that link. Go through there. Okay, you said you wanted to do 4 little time. Great, 1 o'clock. Let me make sure that I see it on my end because the times go quick when we've got a huge amount of students that are actually just scheduling this on their own. Okay, I see you through. It's awesome. Can't wait to meet you. I'll send you a text, a couple reminders before then. Make sure to bring floaties. Nice to meet you, Sarah. Can't wait to meet your kids.
Yeah, awesome. That sounds perfect. Awesome.
It's just a sales issue, man. So you need a close on the phone.
Okay.
So take them through closer, every step. Why are you here? This sounds like the problem. We close all the doors in overview. What else have you done? Why haven't you done it on everything that they're going to say? Why is it not okay for you to wait? Why can't you do this on your own? What are all the things they're going to say? Well, my cousin could do it. No, it can't. Okay, cool. I think you're a good fit because you need to do it now. And the thing that you're missing is you need the environment, you need the expertise, you need the process. I don't like process. It's not my favorite. We need a third thing. It'd be nice if it was an E. But like, you want to have 3 things that everyone needs. And when you have those 3 things, you can't fail. Make sense? Great. Let's get you going.
Okay, awesome.
It's just a sales problem, man. I wouldn't, what's your lead cost?
Probably like $12 right now.
Okay, got it. And what's your average price?
$100 a month.
And are you doing $100 is the offer?
We've always just done month to month with a registration fee.
What's the registration fee?
Yeah.
What is it?
$40.
Man. In 12, how long does it take you to get a kid to be able to like float and not, sink? I really shouldn't laugh about it. What? Yeah. How do you get a kid to be proficient?
Yeah. Usually a few weeks or so, just because it's 30-minute lessons and once a week for most parents.
Okay. Can we just say 12 sessions? Can we say 12 sessions?
12 sessions, yeah.
I mean, would you feel confident in saying that you get like 90% of kids to be totally good in 12 sessions?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. So let's just charge $600 to make sure that you don't have to worry about your kid drowning. And if your kid has, if you attend all the sessions and your kid has any issues at the end, I'll keep working with them until they float.
Okay.
That's your front end offer.
Perfect. Okay.
Now, what you do though is that halfway through the front end offer, you say, "Hey, listen, Sarah's been amazing. I don't know if have you noticed that she can cry for help. She can float. She can get to the wall. She's amazing." They're like, "Oh my God, she's amazing." You're like, "Great." So the thing is there's a very big difference between not dying and being good in the water. Right? And so we accomplished level 1, but what I want to show you, and this is now when you open the door, you say she's at phase 1 of our 6-phase process of kind of water mastery. And this is one of those things that if you've ever seen people who are just afraid of the water and they can't get used to it, we can take her from phase 1 to phase 6, where she can have something she can have for the rest of her life and her ability. She can play it, she can go to parties, she can go to the ocean. Like, how long does it take him to get like ocean ready? What's that? How long does that take? Genuinely, I have no idea. I'm sure it's a long time.
Like 30 to 50 hours. So that would
Perfect. That'd be exactly 30 to 100 sessions. Or 60 to 100 sessions. Love that for us. And so it's like, great, that's what we sell halfway through. You take your $500 or $600 and you credit that towards the next 30 to whatever, however many sessions you want, and you take it off the top. So that becomes the $2,500 offer on the back, and you credit your $500 or $600 onto it. And then just downsell time from there. And so if they're like, well, I can't do the whole thing, you're just like, no worries, why don't we just get you through phase 2? That make sense?
Yeah, yeah, that is all amazing. Perfect. Thank you, Alex.
Do you think you can do that?
Yep, I will make it happen.
Okay, say back to me what the changes are.
We're gonna make sure I'm going through the closer framework and everything, which I think a part of it was that I'm used to like very hot leads who are calling us instead of the Facebook.
Oh, dude, you've never sold before, man.
No.
Yeah, you've never sold. Referrals don't count.
Yeah.
You've never sold. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you got 5 is still great. I think you think you'd be at 15 or 20, and if you got 600 on all those, you'd love life, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You'd be making $12,000 on your $1,400 ad spend. That's up front. That doesn't even include back end.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when they come in, do you sell them anything? Do you sell them floaties or a kickboard or like any of that other goggles, any kind of special stuff?
No, we basically have to pick up our stuff every day at the end of class, and so we have to pack everything away, so we don't have anything really cool.
Well, I want you to have something. So think about kids karate, right? They've got a gi, kickboxing has gloves, they've got belts. I want you to have something. So maybe it's like swim cap, a couple pairs of shorts that are like branded for your thing, so they feel like they're part of the group, and then you can have them buy that. As a one-time thing because the kid might want it. It'll just give you an easy upsell on the way to offset some cost of acquisition. So you're going to take more phone sales. You're going to try and close them on the phone. You're going to send them the link and tell them that you're going to wait until they buy and make sure you confirm it on their side. When you're going through the sales process, you go CLO, SER, clarify whether they're there. You'll label them, hey, you need this or your kid's going to go away. We have to anchor around time. Hey, you should have done this. You should have started 2 months ago. So now is already late. So we got to get going. How soon this week can you come in? So we anchor around urgency. Oh, we have to close all the other doors. We got to say you can't do it on your own. You can't do it with your sister. You can't do it with all these things because none of them are going to work because you've already said you haven't done it. Great, I think you're a good fit. There's 3 things you need: environment, expertise, and process. That's what we're going to do. And you said you want to get your kid floating. I'll guarantee that they're going to not float by the end of the 12th session. If they're not, I'll keep working with them until they do. All you got to do is show up. Which means that and you can translate, which means that when you pay this money, you don't have to think about it again, your kid will float. As long as you show up. Cool?
Yeah. Yep.
Don't worry, you can watch the recording. All right? Yeah. All right. I'll get you later, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
All right. See you, bud. All right. Let's fucking go. Who here was worried about the lag? I was lagging myself. You know what's the real is that wasn't a lag. That was just me. That was actually, I just did that for like 10 minutes. Okay, who's up next? Who's on first?
I got
lofty ambitions be achieved in a country with socialist and communist system? I think if you bribe people, yes. Sir, I'm broke. I read $100 million book, but I don't have any idea about the product. Passion, profession. So we have somebody on? We good? All right, let's go. Let's up the pace. Let's go. Revenue, what you sell, what the problem is. Strong silent type. I can appreciate that. A stoic, if you will. They're like, I don't want to tell you what my problems are, nor my revenue. When is $100 million sales coming? Oh, it will be quite dirty, Abdullah. Abdullah Tahir, it will be nasty. How do you research an industry and know its parameters for acquisition? You just literally just Google it and look at EBITDA multiples. But at the end of the day, someone here? Can someone hear me?
Yes.
All right, let's rock. Revenue, business, and problem.
My name is Matthew. I sell premium catering experiences to private clients looking to celebrate milestone events in Sydney.
Great.
We do about 2.8 million this year with 40% net profit.
Woo!
I would like to be at 8 million in 2 years.
Let's go.
The main constraint is seasonality. So we do about 65% of our annual revenue in 6 months. And if I don't solve this, I either say no to demand in summer, or I am supply constrained or I am overstaffed in winter.
Yeah. So one thing right off the bat I will say is that this is a feature, not a bug, of the industry that you're in, right? Same thing as lawn care guys, same thing as guys who do snow plowing. It's a super common thing. Swimming pools sometimes, obviously in the summer. So like there are industries that are just going to be more smoothies if you summer versus Italian ice store. Like there's a lot, right? That are seasonal. Now, a couple questions. So catering, what is your hot season again?
Busy season.
Yeah, what is the busy season?
Pretty much September through February.
Okay. And so from now until September is when it's slow.
Yes.
So why are people not celebrating from now until September? Actually, I'm not even sure.
It's
Like,
not
why
the
not?
festive season. I think, yeah, it's not as much of a festive season. I think people don't spend as much money going through winter. I don't know if any of that has to do with
But you
just
still
the
have like
economy in general.
don't worry about the economy. Whatever. I'll just remove economy from Lexington. There's nothing you can do about it. So, okay. So people don't do Easter, you don't do corporate events.
We do corporate, yes. So we target corporate through winter more so. They have better lifetime value, but they have lower spend per event, which lowers gross profit. So
Okay.
we do market more or less exclusively to private.
Okay. I'm just like, it actually doesn't sound like you're actually in that seasonal of a business. People have like, I mean, I started with that, but like catering happens year round. I mean, shoot, I cater every single week.
Yeah, so we do large events. So typically kind of 60 to 100 people.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be like birthday parties, engagements, weddings there all year round. But
Yeah.
a lot of the corporate rush that comes through in summer for end of year staff parties, things of that nature, that's what it takes us like well beyond our capacity, which gives us our busy season. And then through winter, we lose a lot of that.
You subsist in the off season. Correct? You like lose money or
We just
break
don't
even in the off season?
No, we're still profitable. We have we have strong gross profit and strong margins, so we're still good.
Okay.
I just like to make more money.
Yeah, okay. Got it. Okay, so a couple things. So currently, how are you getting customers?
We have really strong organic SEO, and we also do a lot of Google Ads.
Okay.
That's the most. They're the main channels. So we have probably 50% organic, probably 40% organic, 40% ads, 20% referral. We
Okay.
also do some top of funnel on Meta, but it's less tracked. It's more of a brand awareness.
Got it. So SEO and PPC kind of rule the day. Okay. So what stops you from spending more on PPC? Are you maxed out? Like, is it stop being profitable? Like, what's stopping you there?
Search volume and lead quarterly drops through winter.
Okay.
So our back to LTV is still strong. We're at a 12 to 1, so we can just spend more.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to find, I guess my constraint or my question, my main question becomes, I have considered popping up a corporate delivery, like a prepackaged, like typical corporate catering setting, through to be a kind of entity under Catered by Matt, which would be a year-round service because they have a very inverted seasonality to the event side, where like the corporates are ordering more of that delivery, but it's I don't want to get distracted. Like, I'll watch all of your content. I don't want to chase the woman in the red dress. Because it's a whole new business.
Yeah. Well, I guess the problem that we're trying to solve here, like, you are profitable, you're running 40% even in the fact that there's on and off cycle. So to grow the business, we could ignore the fact that it's lumpy. I'll give you 2 examples of this. So Harry and David's, it's a chocolate company here in the US, does like 100% of their annual profit in the month of December. And then the other 11 months of the year, they have their mall location and they just lose money. That's number one. Others, if you look at like insurance, right? Insurance makes money every year, and then every 8th year there's a Hurricane Katrina and they lose a bunch of money. And so I think what we need to replace is the difference between volatility and risk. So you can have something that is volatile but not risky. So insurance is volatile but not risky. Same as this chocolate thing. It's volatile in the fact that it changes a lot month to month to month, but it's not risky because it's predictable. You know that every season this is going to happen. And so if we know it's going to happen, then we can predict it. If we can predict it, we can plan for it, right? So all that to say, if we change nothing about the business, but you simply did twice as much, what stops you from doing that?
Nothing.
Okay.
Everything's quite efficient, to be frank. We can just spend more, hire more.
Well, then I think you have that answer. I think what feels annoying is you just wish that, if you're Harry and David's, you wish that the other 11 months of the year people celebrated chocolate as much, right? But you're just going to have a slow season and a hot season, and that's fine. Especially since you're not losing money in the off season. So I don't think you actually have a big problem to solve here. I think we just need to do more of what's working. I wish I could pull some magic business model out of a hat, but if you're profitable all the months of the year and then some months you just make more money, that just sounds like a business that has a predictable cycle.
Right.
I mean, think about the alternative. It could be unpredictable. That would suck.
Yeah. No, it's almost predictable to the percent. To be honest, it's pretty consistent. I've been trying to contemplate like how to get around this without actually starting a new business, and I've been thinking about it for a couple of years. I thought maybe Alex would figure something out, but maybe it is just that. Hey, it's just a feature.
No, what I would like to do is just focus all of your time on not trying to solve that problem and solving the more important problem, which is like, how do we double PPC and probably get meta ads going? Like, if you did nothing else this year, doubled PPC and just cracked meta ads, you'd hit your goal.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you can double the business doing one thing, why do 4?
Touche.
Right?
Yeah.
That's it, man. I mean, the whole point of the theory of constraints is focus. And it's just being able to say all the things you say no to. Like, there's such limited resources in a small business, the biggest one being your time, your effort, and your mental bandwidth. If you can just say, like, I'm not looking at this anymore because this is just a feature of my business, and I'm so grateful because all my competitors will be distracted by the shiny object. Like, let them worry about that while you just keep crushing it. And them.
Okay.
Cool?
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, brother. Talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Toodaloo. Cheerio, as they say. Also, for those of you who were in the chat who asked how you get on the calls, these lovely business owners are business owners who bought a mega bundle of books during my last book launch. And they're in a community on School right now, which has been closed to the public and opens up March 1st. And so so I select people from that community. It's for $1 million plus business owners. If you want to check it out, you can go to school.com/ACQ. You can join the wait list. It opens up March 1st. All right. Carla, what's up? Big baller.
Hi, Alex. My name is Dr. Ann Truong, and so I'm a medical doctor. We specialize in sexual health, and currently we're at 3.8. Would like to get to 10 mil or more a year, and so what is stopping us is that I use your AI,
Okay.
and it says that we don't have a traffic problem because all my traffic come from YouTube.
Okay.
It's really more of acquisition problem.
Okay.
And so after talking to you a few months ago, we started putting in our application. So we have a funnel that's an application with questions that qualify and disqualify, and then through a calendar, which then schedule with our sales team.
Okay.
So what happened was that we ended up getting a lot of disqualified applicants, which we then downsell supplements for an online coaching program.
Okay.
But that doesn't make as much money as our in-office treatment, which is from 15,000 to 20,000
Yeah.
as well, which we really want to focus on.
Right.
So the question is, and it's like, are we doing something wrong in that application process? How can we get more qualified, high-ticket applicant to the sales call?
Okay. Two things.
So what we had trouble in the past was that we had too many in the sales call that weren't qualified. Now we don't have enough, and how do we
You're saying you
tweak
don't
that?
have enough, but so you added friction, and you got and you have disqualified people who are booking. Did
Yep.
the percentage of qualified people go up when you added friction or down?
Oh no, go down.
The
Go down.
percentage went down, so you got more unqualified people by adding friction to your process.
Yes.
That makes no sense.
Yeah. We just put in filters as like, this is not insurance covered. This is
Yeah.
the price, and they click no, which mean that they don't want to move forward, so that would disqualify it. That was the only two disqualifiers we had.
So
that was it.
But those people got disqualified, so you didn't have to talk to them.
Well, they get disqualified. They don't get to they don't see the calendar to schedule with our sales team.
That's good, right? That means the percentage of qualified on the calendar went up, right?
Well, compared, no, not necessarily.
How?
Well,
Hold on. What are we talking about here?
compared to
No,
the
listen to me.
past
Listen to me. Shoot, listen to me. How is that possible? If you say there's 100 people, half of them are disqualified, they hit the disqualified button, then half of them that come through are not disqualified anymore. That means the percentage goes up. I want to make sure we're talking about reality here. Are we on the same page? Percentage went up, not absolute,
Yeah, I hear you.
percentage. Yes? I want to help. You're just making my job
Yes.
hard. So percentage went up, correct?
Yes.
Okay, percentage went up. So are we saying that the absolute amount went down?
Yes.
Great. Now, of the people that did show up to the call, were they more qualified than before?
Well, our close rate were better.
Okay, so the quality went up.
Yes.
Okay, so the reason I'm orienting you is so that we can actually solve the input-output problem. So you had too much flow. We added friction. That increased the quality of the throughput, but then it decreased the amount, which means mission accomplished. The next thing we have to do is drive more in the front end so that we can have a higher absolute amount of throughput that's all quality, right?
Yes, that makes sense.
Two options. You can do them both. Option number one is that the type of content that you're making needs to better cater to the avatar that you're looking for.
How do I know that? How do I find that out?
Well, one, the easiest thing you can do right now is email all of your existing customers and give them some sort of prize, some sort of giveaway, something to get them to respond and say, hey, what piece of content you come in on, or what type of content, if that's easier. And you can have probably 4 or 5 buckets of content you currently make, and they will tell you which one it was. On the sales call, you can also add a question, what type or what video got you here? Because that'll start orienting what type of thing. Now, you're also in person. So like when I ask people who show up at a workshop here in person, I say, hey, what type of content do you like? If I say, hey, do you like a brutally honest video that's about mindset, things like that, there's a certain percentage that are there. But if I say, hey, do you like the Cash Guys video where I do a breakdown of the businesses, the entire room's hands raise. And that's a room where the average person's doing $4 million a year. Those videos do less views than me talking about general mindset stuff because it's just a smaller audience.
Gotcha. I know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So number one,
email the list.
yes,
Got it.
to figure out what type of content translates to quality, not quantity. Okay?
Okay.
That's thing one.
Mm-hmm.
And then thing two, and you're YouTube, mostly used to YouTube, correct?
Yes.
Okay, got it. How big's the following you have on YouTube?
150,000.
Okay, it's probably big enough. Have you run meta ads before?
We did.
Uh-huh.
And, we ran meta ads, and the applicants weren't qualified, so we kind of stopped doing that. We're trying to do YouTube retargeting ads to the people that watch my video, and then we got shut down by Google in 3 days.
Because it was sex related, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that if you audit your page to make sure that it's compliant and try and relaunch it, that's probably a good idea. The retargeting is going to be kind of the low-hanging fruit because these are people who already clicked over there, and so that's just going to nudge them along the funnel. But the real unlock for you is going to be paid ads on either Meta or YouTube or both. I think that Meta will be easier for you to crack even though you have a YouTube audience because those people also have Instagram and Facebook accounts. And I'm going to bet that when you ran the Meta ads before, was that before you did this process of adding friction?
Yes.
Right. So it makes sense. So you ran basically open targeting to something that had no funnel for friction. We now have fixed the sales process, so we fixed that problem. Now we have to fix the traffic problem. So we're going to increase the quality of the traffic with the type of content you're making, and we're going to increase the quantity of traffic by soliciting the audience more times and more places by running ads on Meta and YouTube, and running them through our now better converting process by percentage.
Okay, so you feel that Meta is appropriate?
Yeah,
more than
100%.
YouTube.
People who are there, well, I think it'll be easier. Meta is just, I would say, is easier for people to crack when they're starting.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
And then run them through the same
we can
funnel.
Certainly try it.
And let me tell you the type of content that you should use. So do you make shorts? Okay. Find the shorts that are save-worthy rather than share-worthy. All right, so the type of things that are like lists of processes and steps, stuff where you really teach stuff that did medium well, those are typically going to be the ones that have the highest purchase intent. Do you have an Instagram?
Yes, we do.
Do you post your reels there?
It's really repurposed.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
My long form content to
That's
Instagram.
fine. That's fine. When you look, I want you to look at the last year. Look at the one that has the highest saves to likes percentage, so the most saves, and run the top 10% of those as ads on Meta, and then direct them down the funnel that we just fixed. And if you want, do people fly in for your services or no?
I'm sorry, what's the
Do
question?
they fly into your services? Okay, then fine. You can run it national.
Yeah, they come from all over.
Great. Then yeah, you can
all
run it
over
as
the
a
US.
national play.
Yeah.
Yep, run as a national play.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
We fixed one problem. Now we have the next one. Yeah, perfect. You got this.
Thank you so much.
You bet. All right. We'll talk soon. Good luck. I'll see you on the inside of the group. All right. See ya. All right. Let's roll. Rock hard. Pun intended. Woo! We had to get there. We had to get there. All right. Caller. What's your revenue?
Hello, this is Reeves.
Say it again.
This is Reeves. Am I up? Yep.
Reeds, you're up, man. Give me the rev.
Yeah.
The rev, the prob,
Okay.
and the business.
Alrighty. We are a data consulting company that sells services. We do about 500K. I'd like to get to 1.2 million.
Okay.
Our biggest issue is leads, and then making them, see the message and reflect a business problem that they recognize.
Okay. How are you getting leads right now?
It's been 99% referral till it's still 99% referral, but I have now turned on, I'm doing content on LinkedIn.
Okay.
I'm doing LinkedIn ads. I'm doing a cold email that I'm trying to start. It's not started. but I'm trying to do that as well. So right now, for the last 12 years, I've run my company off referrals.
Yeah.
So I haven't really sold anything. So my question is really around the best way to generate leads from a tech source that the message is really hard. I mean, selling data, services, no one thinks they need it. Everyone thinks they need AI now. Luckily, I think a couple webinars ago, you had said, somebody asked you a question about AI, and you said you need a good
You need a data
architecture,
infrastructure.
and I was,
Mhm.
yes.
You were like, can I clip
But
that?
no one
And we
seems
were
to
like, no, you
understand
can't. Yes. Okay. So what size companies are you selling?
I'm trying to do mid tier, around 500 people. I worked for
It's all enterprise.
places,
So it's all enterprise.
enterprise, but it's so hard to actually make a difference there. There's so much overhead and trouble.
In trouble. Okay, got it. So
Yeah.
functionally, what is the dollars and cents output of what you do? Like, I pay you money. What money do I get back, and how do I make it back?
Some of the stuff, like we can help you with cloud, reduce your cloud costs, so you can reduce costs. That can be pretty great, but
Okay.
I mean, it can be from, I don't know, 10,000 to 100, couple 100,000.
Okay.
I mean, it's
How do you
turning
charge?
your systems around. Say that again?
How do you charge?
Hourly.
Hourly?
Hourly consultants.
Oh. Oh, dear me. My God. Let's just get you to 1.2 million and get you no more customers and just change how you bill. How about that?
I could handle that.
Okay, so a couple things. So number one, I think you making content on LinkedIn is a good idea. I think that you should talk like data. No one cares about. I mean,
Right.
yes, people care about it, but no one's like waking up in the morning being like, oh, give me my data. I mean, I'm that way, but I'm an oddball. What we want to talk about is the benefit of data, right? We don't want to talk about the plane flight. We want to talk about the vacation. We talk about Maui, not how we're going to get there. The TSA, checking our bags, taking our shoes off. That's the data. What the data gets us is what we got to talk about. So your content needs to be taught, like what you should be doing in your content is the demonstration of what occurs as a result of your services.
And that's where a lot of the content is around ROI.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to drive that because for the longest time I targeted tech people, but tech people never have buying power, so it was always impossible to go. So now I'm trying to talk at a higher level of return on investment because so many people do so much tech stuff that just doesn't provide any value to the business because they don't think they have to, the tech side. That's why I'm trying to not talk to those guys.
Yeah, so ROI content, number one. I think that you should have CTAs in the content that generate inquiries that should get people to, like, do you give away a widget or an assessment of any kind?
On the website, I'm trying to do a data ROI meeting so I can kind of give you that kind of information.
Let me give you a really sexy thing. I want you to give away 5.
In this industry?
Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be sexy. I want you to give 5 one-on-one calls away for free as the offer.
Okay.
Now there's an asterisk there that it's only for companies that meet your criteria.
Okay.
And you probably have to take those calls anyways for a qualified lead. But the thing is like for you to have a very high value lead magnet, I think so many of these are going to be so specific to the tech stack they're using and all the other nonsense that we have to come up with something that people can appreciate as valuable. And so we say, hey, I'm going to give away 5 one-on-one calls. Everyone understands that 5 hours or 5 30-minute sessions is value. Like even at the most basic manual labor level, there's value there. That someone can get. And so I think the CTA of that will be a great way because then it'll give you 5 conversations. You can tie in multiple stakeholders and you can actually look at an enterprise style sale and it all works. All you have to do is set the frame at the beginning of this. It's like, hey, to be clear, are you good with me? As we walk through these 5 calls, at the end of the 5th call, I'll explain kind of how what working with us might look like. In the meantime, I want to just provide you a lot of value. They're going to say yes, and it's great, and that sets up the conversation so that you can't break their beliefs around it. The big step here is that we want to take those calls to talk about what is going to happen, not how to do what is going to happen. Do you get the difference?
Ooh, yes.
Right, exactly. We're going to describe it, not explain it. And that's how you reset beliefs. That's how you get people excited about what's going to happen. As soon as you get into like, we're going to click here, then you're gone. They don't give a shit, right? So number one.
No, I've got that with my LinkedIn ads.
Yeah. So number one, ROI content. CTA is 5 one-on-one calls. Asterisk only for people who qualify. The second thing is that I think your offer needs to be around the ROI, and you need to use something called a calculator close. So calculator close basically says, here's all the things that you're currently doing, which you can do at the end of the 5 one-on-ones, and say, based on the whole assessment that I have, here's all the areas that you're losing money or that you could have efficiency. This is what I expect you to make. You add it all together and say it's, $200,000 is the savings / improvements in efficiency and effectiveness, whatever, right? So $200,000. The max that you can charge when you make any kind of result-based service is 30%. And so if you say, hey, I'm going to save you 200 grand, I charge 30% of what I save, so it's 60. But that way you're charging for outcomes, not hours.
Okay.
And that'll break it, and that's what's going to allow you to really, that alone might triple or quadruple your income, independent of the ROI stuff. Those would be the 2 next steps that I would do.
Okay. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you, man. Congratulations on the business.
This has been very, very, very helpful. I really appreciate it. Thanks so
No,
much.
you bet. Thank you for being part of the group. All right. Rihad, Vanderbilt. That's a great name. Vandenberg. How much do I have to pay for that time? It would be free if you're a qualified lead. Johel, Jesus, 4036. I love this. 5 one-on-one calls is a bit too much. If you have no leads, what are we talking about? If you get to the point where you're like, oh my God, I don't have time to do these 5 one-on-one calls, guess what? We solved the fucking lead problem. All right. All right, we got somebody up? What would it take to become a luxury real estate developer as an architect with no capital? Hello?
Hi.
Hey. All right, revenue,
Hi,
business, and problem. Let's rock.
I can tell you that. I teach crafters, and mostly women, 45 plus.
You
how
teach
to make
crafters?
stickers for themselves. Crafters make stickers. Stickers.
Okay, love it. I love this. This is great. Okay.
So making stickers for themselves or for their family or to sell.
Okay.
So my business has it did over 7 figures last year.
Good
and
for
I
you.
sell all low tickets.
Good
digital
for you.
products. Thank you.
Okay, so you made $1 million plus.
between-
Okay.
Yes.
Amazing.
Between $7 and $270.
Okay.
And the main continuity I have is a membership. It's my main $27 a month or $270 per year membership.
Okay.
I really want to be at 3 million USD per year, but my constraint, I think, is 30-day cash. So on the main membership funnel that I have for ads, I collect about $60 in the first 30 days per new member.
Okay.
But when I base the numbers on my past recent launches, it's probably costing me about $90 to acquire them with meta ads. So I just feel like I can't scale profitably.
What's churn?
On an evergreen
What's LTV?
basis.
What's churn? What's LTV?
So churn is 93%, and LTV bounces a little bit depending on launches, but it's around $300.
Hold on. So $27 divided by 7%, right? Okay, so 385 is true LTV. Okay, that's fine. And so big picture, just so we're clear, you're spending 90 and you're making 385, right?
Well, 385 is across the entire, all of my members. So I haven't worked out the LTV specifically for the ad funnel.
Okay. Are you on school?
This membership is not on school, but I do have a smaller membership that is on school.
Okay, because on school it does by cohort. So you can actually see cohorts by month. So you can see when you have your launch months and you could follow that cohort to see its churn.
Yeah, I need to start tracking this. I can do it for myself, I just haven't.
Yeah, it's a pay. I mean, we spend a zillion to do that on school. Anyways, not a school ad. Okay, so you're at $60 is what you're collecting in cash. It's costing you 90. You're not sure on LTV, but you feel comfortable saying $300.
Yeah.
That sound fair? Okay, got it. And the problem is that it takes you 2 months to break even rather than 1.
The way that I've worked it out, and I may not have all of my numbers here, but that it takes longer than 2 months.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I trust you. I trust you.
So it feels like, because I'm all good with paying in advance and taking a hit on ads to get to recoup the cash, but it feels to me from what I've worked out that it's probably more like 6 months.
Okay, got it. So when you're making the offer and when you're running the ads funnel, is it running to a webinar or running to a 5-day event? What is it running to?
well, 3, 4, 5-day events. I'm in
Got
the
it.
middle of one right now.
No, you're good. Okay.
So it's paid. It's a paid event. Yeah.
Okay. What's the offer that you sell at the event? Price point?
The paid event is $10, and then the offer is the $27 a month or $270 a year. And then I've kind of switched in and out different kinds of upsells to try and increase the car value.
Okay, and so what percentage are taking the prepayment versus the 27?
About 10% take annual.
Yeah, it's because if somebody has the offer between the two and you're giving them 16% off, it's not what bonuses do you add to the 270? Or is it literally the same offer with a discount?
So previously, yeah, I've done joining bonuses every day of the event, but I haven't restricted it to annual members only, and I feel that I'm missing a trick there, and I've considered, because I'm in the middle of a launch right now, I could implement an annual members bonus right now, even for existing members to upgrade. So otherwise, apart from the 2 months free, they get nothing else extra.
I honestly think you can very easily solve this with 2 steps. All right, so here they are. Number 1 is that when you're doing a 5-day selling event, you need to sell the expensive thing.
Yeah.
So your fear is, I want to sell this recurring thing because I don't want to lose anybody. But the reality is that if you have 5 days with people, to a consumer audience is what you're selling to. 300 to 600 is the impulse purchase window for a consumer. 300 is the low end, 600 is the high end. That's your range. You could probably go up a little bit, and you'll make more money at 500 or 600. I'm just telling you right now. If you wanted to go crazy, I'm just telling you, you would. But you need to sell the annual up front. All right, that's number 1. And what I want you to do is come up with 1 to 2 big bonuses that are going to be annual exclusive. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, after the event is over, what you're going to do is you're going to do a scoop up campaign. So it's 5 days. And you're going to retarget everybody who saw the ads directly to your $27 purchase page. That's $27 per month. And you're just going to remove the bonuses.
Yeah.
That's it. That'll fix your cash
I like
issue.
that plan.
You can do it?
Yeah, I like that plan. It's something that I haven't focused on enough before. I have tried increasing the price a few times to a bit higher, not even in the 300 to 600 range.
Yeah.
But I feel that because I haven't offered a big enough bonus package, it hasn't helped. So I can absolutely do this.
I love this for you. Now, let me give you a little something else. There's probably some sort of what I'll call physical product premium that you can add to this. So is there like a kit? You can't do it for this one, but for next one, is there any kind of like physical thing that you can give them? Like the paper, the printer, that kind of stuff?
There are so many things physically that I could put together. There are so many things. I have no clue about doing this. Maybe Vantage is a good place for me to ask because it's something that I know has worked well otherwise in the creative space for friends. So I'm sure that's something I could do. I just wouldn't know where to start.
So I would say this. If I were you, what I would end up doing is I would sell them the printer with the paper. You can't do it by this time because you're like 2 days away from pitching. So do what I said first, add the annual with a bonus. But you will dramatically increase your conversions if you add a physical product that makes this pitch tangible. Because the thing is have you heard like people need a reason but have an excuse? All right. The idea is that like these ladies, I'm assuming they're ladies, 45 plus, want to buy it, right? They have a reason, but they need an excuse. The excuse that legitimizes the purchase, they can go to their husband or their spouse, whatever, is they say, hey, but I got this thing which I'm going to use to generate money, or like they get something, not just like a login. So a consumer's willingness to purchase goes up dramatically if it's physical. And so I think you'd actually be able to push a $1,000 price point if you included the physical thing.
Yeah. My head is swirling now with so many different physical things that I can put together. Even if it's only a one thing to test first, I've never even considered doing that.
So step 1, step 2, because I don't want to overwhelm. Step 1, add the annual, make that the only offer available. I want to be clear. The only offer available is the annual with the bonuses. You cart close. After the cart closes, then you do a mop-up campaign. That's the $27 a month thing, but it doesn't have these 2 key bonuses.
Okay, so annual only at the next launch.
Yes.
And then after the launch completes, then I offer monthly as well, but with none of the bonuses.
So basically you do 2 cart closes. Cart close 1, and then you do cart close 2.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you can, like, let's say there's 3
Okay,
bonuses,
that's
you remove 2, you keep 1 at the 27, so that allows you to cart close the second one, and then you have your normal everyday activities that don't include those 3 bonuses.
Yeah.
Cool?
Okay. And if people ask for monthly, because they would, do I just say no?
Well, I would just say, like,
Do I-
I would say, like, we have options for monthly, but you're not going to get these bonuses that I just spent all this time talking about, and they're going to be like,
I like that.
fuck.
That's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
all.
really want to be open and honest. Yeah.
No, of
That's
course.
cool.
No,
Thank
do
you.
not lie, but you can make it less convenient to purchase the thing you don't want them to purchase.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool?
I thought that helps. Okay, that's really awesome. Thanks so much.
You bet. Talk soon. I'll see you inside the group. All right.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. Cheers. John, do you like that one? Cheers. It's one of your people. I know. You're like, how am I saying a Chinese man has an Australian background? Well, it's because he's from Australia. It's very mixed up. Okay. This is awesome advice. Thank you, Haley. I appreciate that. Izzy, what's up? I have 2 women in the chat. Holy cow. What a day. My 87% male audience. Izzy, I appreciate you guys. We're making a difference. We're doing it. We're doing it, guys. All right. What else we got? We up? All right.
Hi, Alex.
Let's rock,
This
baby.
is Sarah.
Sarah?
Yes.
Okay,
I
hi, Sarah.
sell interior design and wellness advisory services to ultra high net worth families and family offices.
Okay, love this. I am that.
Yes.
I'm the avatar.
Exactly. You
Okay.
are my avatar.
Yeah. Okay,
From
what's
Tony
revenue?
Robbins, actually.
What's revenue?
It's currently at 1.6,
Okay.
and I'm looking to be at 10 million by end of next year,
By
and
next
then
minute.
scale this to 250 million in the next 10 years.
All right, let's rock. What's the problem?
So it's a little bit of a Van Westendorp issue where I'm building out this ladder, and I have a question about the pricing structure. Basically, would you or Tony Robbins buy this ladder?
Okay.
That's kind of the constraint I have right now. I want to
Okay.
know it before we scale it.
Okay.
So I have 3 tiers. The first one is the lowest, and
Uh-huh.
it's $80 a square foot for
Okay.
renovating or building a new home. And that includes all of the construction selections, the drawings, the furniture layout and selections. We incorporate about a dozen different layers of wellness, and we collaborate with the builder and architect. So that's tier 1, $80 a square foot. And the whole vacation is that we convert their home into a wellness sanctuary so they don't have to leave to go to a wellness retreat.
Okay.
And tier 2 is a 7 to 10 year commitment across their whole real estate portfolio.
Okay.
And it's $100 a square foot because we do everything that's included in the first tier. We also add strategy across the residences, a plan for sequencing. The rates are locked in across that time period, and we do like a property review to make sure every function of each property is in alignment. And then the final tier, tier 3, is the other 2 tiers plus more of their whole ecosystem. So we advise on their yacht, their plane, their offices, and they get curated annual experiences. Like we'll go to Italy and pick out their slab for their countertop. We'll meet the artist in Vienna, whatever it is. They get priority placement. They get a 15-year roadmap, and they get annual council reviews where they've had a life event, a baby, an injury, and we're presenting to the board about what we'd recommend. So they get priority.
And what's the price on that?
That one is $100 a square foot as well, but there's a $200K stewardship retainer annually.
Okay. Have you sold many of these?
No, well, short answer, the top 2, tier 2 and 3, are what we're adding. The tier 1, we've been doing for 20 years. So that's what I'm like, I don't know. I've run this through the AI like 50 different ways, and I just don't know how to build this ladder.
Yeah. Well, I'm not actually sure if a ladder is the approach I would use with the business you have.
Okay.
Because when you talked to me through all 3 of those, the first one made a lot of sense, and the other 2 I was like kind of squinting a little bit.
Okay.
Because fundamentally, let's say you did tier 1 and then I said, hey, can you do my yachts too? You'd probably be like, yeah, sure, right? And it would just be like at tier 1. And so for fractal pricing to really work, it needs to be like 5 times the price. And so like going up by like 20%, it's like, it's too undifferentiated. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And also for me, 10-year, 15-year commitment sounds very heavy.
Okay.
Like I think the richest people in the world want flexibility. We want options and we want speed. And we want to make sure that it's very easy and that when I pay you, I don't have to redo it. Because then I would hate you.
Right. Right. So, and the goal is, like, I want to be working with families through all their generations. I want to be doing all their properties. So rather than them hiring a designer in Spain and Dubai and New York, I'm doing all their properties.
So here's what I think you should do. I actually think your annual retainer should be de minimis. It should be like a rounding error in this project. And the reason for that is, and I'll explain why. So we do this in home services a lot, and the way that it works is like, if I sell you a $100,000 thing, right? I would say, hey, you know, we do a maintenance plan for $500 a year, and again, it's a tiny percentage of the thing, and it's because you don't care about the money, and it should be positioned as insurance. Like I'll come by once a year just to make sure everything's working the way it should, all that kind of jazz, right? And it's like that's what most people do anyways. And so what it does is it gives you an excuse to always meet with them every year. And as soon as you walk into a rich person's house and you're an established vendor, they're going to have shit for you to do.
Okay.
So to me, that's, you probably need more continuity or want more continuity, I'm guessing, in the business.
Yes, but I want to help people at a deeper, more integrated level, almost like a fractional board advisor for their properties. So like we don't replace their estate manager, we partner with them.
Yeah, I get it.
I guess my concern that makes me nervous is that I don't want to be like just doing, oh, we're going to, you know, will you help us refresh our bathroom or redo the kitchen and like small renovation projects. I want to do the whole home.
I think that that's all going to come down to like the how rich the people that you were talking to are. You know what I mean? And as much as you may hate to hear this, like the small jobs get the big jobs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I do hate to hear that.
Yeah. But the thing is it doesn't mean they're less profitable, right? And if you think about it as like, this is me maintaining the business so that in 3 years or because the thing is rich people buy houses and yachts and planes all the time, right? And so like every year they're going to buy something, or every other year they're going to buy something. So if it's an off year, you still make money, you still keep the relationship, you're still top of mind. And then I would like, when I go there, I'm like, hey, what else do you have in the pipeline of acquisition that we need to be looking at? And then that you can price that way. Because like fundamentally, your pricing already scales with the size of the thing, right? So you could have like a yacht pricing, a jet pricing, and a house pricing. That would make more sense to me than having these tiers. And then the maintenance plan I would weave into it. You don't call it maintenance, call it strategic, whatever you want. I'm coming by once a year. I'm gonna make sure your shit's not fucked up. But then when I'm in there, I'm gonna ask you what other shit you got going on. I'm gonna sell you more shit.
Okay, so it's more of, here's my core offer, and then I have a continuity plan that is just included, and it's like an annual retainer. And and then I can figure out some really great inclusions to include with that. Do you think that the $80 a square foot for the core offer, figure we typically do 10,000 square foot homes?
I literally did the math in my head. I was like, okay, so 800 grand. It's funny because when you said the $80 a foot, I wrote it down and I was like, the first thing I'm going to tell her is that this number means nothing to me.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is like, I don't know what $80 a foot is. The likelihood is especially new customers, this will be, they're either going to only buy from you because you're a referral, right? Or they're pricing out 3 different people. And at the end of the day, if you come up more buttoned up, more professional, better finishes, better looking aesthetic, you'll win the business.
Right.
Because they're coming to you not because they're trying to save money. They're coming to you because they want the best shit.
Right. And we've decommoditized ourselves by saying we're a wellness advisory, which positions us really as the only one in the world at this point that deals at the level of wellness that we do and interior design. So we're not a commodity, and they can't really price this out apples to apples. Sure. So it's opened a lot of doors, including with like the Rockefeller family office.
Amazing.
But I just want to get, the pricing dialed in. So you're saying that if I were to hand a family office, like their CEO,
if you said 100 a
pricing
foot or
guide.
$80 a foot, I have no clue. They're just going to do the math and just figure out how much it costs. You know what I mean? Like, it means it's whatever.
But giving them that formula is okay, don't
Yeah,
you think?
it's fine.
Like,
It's
okay.
fine. They're just going to do the math. So it doesn't like, you could have that be internal and just price the job and send it to them.
Well, yeah.
You know
But
what I mean?
I want to give them something so that when they get on the call with me, they're not completely blindsided. Like, I'm trying to set the expectation of, yeah, we do $20 million minimum for the value of your home. And, it's like,
I think if you set that up
there's some
front,
value.
I don't think the $80 really does much. But if you set that expectation up front that are like, we only deal with ultra high net worth and family offices and it's $20 million plus, estates minimum, they're already going to guess that you're more than $100,000, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So
Okay,
I would not do this ladder. I would have maybe, I don't even really care about the ladder in general. You're going to price your jobs because you're so bespoke anyways. You're bespoke. And so I think the key point is like, sell whatever you can get away with. A lot of people, like if you're a soul at the table, as long as you give them exactly what they want, they'll love you. Add in the continuity so that you can keep getting business from them and it'll stack year over year.
Okay. Well, I'll just go $100 a square foot and the continuity and
YOLO.
figure out some awesome features for that. And
100's a nice
I know.
simple number,
Why
right?
not?
Very easy to do the math.
Yeah. Super easy. Do it in your head. I love that. Okay. Amazing. Thank you so much, Alex. And I'm coming to L1 in March, so I will see you soon.
Rock and roll. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Take care.
You bet. All right. Let's go. Let's lock and load, baby. Thank you for showing up and being proactive and considering advice. You're welcome. Hello?
Alex,
Let's rock.
what's going on, man? It's Pat.
Just hanging out. Just hanging with 1,500 of my closest friends. All right, so let's go revenue, business, problem. Bing, bing, boom.
Okay, sweet. So we met back in August, and we had a conversation. At that point, I was at 20K. This month, I'm going to be doing 71K.
A nice 3.5x in 6 months. I'll take it.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, so we'll do, on average right now, we're doing about 45K a month. The challenge that I'm having right now is that I am doing everything. Like I am
Well, what do you do?
Main point of, we help financial advisory businesses scale through client acquisition. So Meta Ads is the main deliverable. but
Financial
also
advisor,
PR.
agency / consultant.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Problem?
I'm the main point of failure. So I don't have the systems or the processes for marketing, sales, or delivery. And so like right now I'm fixing the delivery, and I'm just trying to figure out how do I do this faster so I can make more money.
Yeah, love that. So right now, if we were to double the amount of, like, can you get customers easily right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so getting customers is not a problem. So the issue is delivering for the customers.
Yeah, like I haven't lost any clients, but if I were to double it right now, I would start not being able to service clients, and then they would start churning faster.
Got it. So what I would think of is step one is you need to think in workflows rather than roles. So like, what are all the things that must occur in order for the business to happen and value to be delivered? So right now with a customer, there's probably some sort of communication cadence you have with them. There's probably something that's like, I don't know, individualized. There's probably some sort of account management that's done. There's probably some sort of asset or creative that's being generated on their behalf. There's probably some sort of like site work. Do you help work their leads? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's a classic. So currently, how many people work for you?
There's 6 of us total, so 5.
Okay. And so what are you spending your time doing?
Right now, it's building out the process of building all the assets. So like the VSLs, the nurture campaigns, and then I meet with the clients and I work on them with strategy as well. Like how do we position themselves or their business?
Got it. So I would say that like the VSL stuff, so much of that can be AI'd at this point, right? basically almost all asset creation has become incredibly commoditized. Like, will it be the best? No, but you can get 8 out of 10 every time in seconds, right?
Yep.
So you're building out those flows, which when a new customer comes in, that should kick off a process, then spins up VSL, spins up ads, spins up creative, spins up copy, integrates with Meta, gets them online, spins up the funnel so that they can get built out. And so the only thing that really has to happen is that they agree the direction and you turn it on, right? And you get a card on file.
Yep.
Okay, so right now you just need to build that. Okay, so how many hours a day you spend building it?
Right now,
Yeah.
it's like all of my time. Aside from meeting with customers
Yeah.
or like servicing, like responding, it's all of my time right now.
So how long will it take you to get this stuff done?
I feel like 2 weeks probably, like max.
Okay.
And then
Well, let's
And then
deal with the
after
next
that,
problem, because if it's asking me a 2 week, it's going to be solved in 2 weeks problem, then let's look past that.
Okay.
So
yeah, so then
yeah, go for it.
yeah, I was just gonna say. Then the next thing that I see is just like the process for sales. Like we're getting like I can turn up the spigot for leads on Meta, and I think we'll still like, the cost per lead right now for us is like $50. It's pretty
Great.
cheap in comparison to what we're charging.
Yeah.
And so I think like the next challenge that I'm gonna have is just not being in sales. Although I guess I could be so.
Okay, so I mean, you're going to apply the same process on delivery to the sales process. The only difference is that you cannot rely on your expertise in order to close. So the process has to look like this, is that like you have to script this so somebody who does not know much about being a financial advisor can close a financial advisor on your services.
Right.
So they will not be able to sell like you, because I'm assuming you sell with a position of authority as kind of an expert. And that's why founders typically always have higher close rates than somebody who's a traditional salesperson. And then they're like, the salesperson can't sell like I can. It's like, of course they can't sell like you can. They can sell a different way and still close the same percentage, sometimes more.
Right.
So that's why the question-based framework, in terms of like having a closure framework for the sale for them. And then do you have a VSL before they get on the call with you?
Yeah, but it needs to be updated because it's
Okay.
Yeah, it needs to be updated.
Well, I'm gonna give you bad news and good news. Which one do you want first?
Give me the bad news.
The bad news is that you don't have any real problems with your business, and so I have no I'm not going you 3.5x in the last 6 months, and you know what your constraint is, which is delivery. You're taking the time to systematize what you're doing in the back end, integrating AI so that you can get more leverage there. The next constraint that's going to come up is going to be sales, and we need to just look at your top. Are you recording your sales calls?
Yeah.
Okay, so keep all of them, plug them into the AI, and then ask for the recurring themes that people say their problems are before they buy. Take that list of problems, reintegrate that into the VSL. We did this, and it literally doubled our acquisition. Just a side note. We literally just took only the pain points that people said, put those in, and then we're like, oh, we literally made a document called Why People Buy. And then we just use those in the VSL. And then you take those same things and you build the script around it.
Perfect.
The good news is
So
you're on the right path. Like, this is just the work.
So I was going to ask you then, if I'm on the right path, you said before when we talked that this is going, at some point I'm going to get capped out, right? And when we spoke originally, you're like,
Yes.
Go up to Wales.
What's
because
churn?
eventually, like,
How many customers do you have right now?
9.
9, yeah. So the thing is that what's your price point monthly?
It's creeping up, but I'm pushing for like 6 or 7. It's probably around 5 right now.
100 or 1,000?
5,000.
Yeah, so with SMBs, I mean, if you get the right financial advisors, $5,000 a month means nothing to them. And that's who you want. This can scale, but it will scale only based on the quality of your avatar. If you deal with somebody who needs you to save their business,
Right.
you will never save them. You'll just create a churn factory. So just make sure you keep the bar very clear for what is required for someone to be a customer of yours. As long as that bar continues to go up over time, the business will be okay. If it starts going down, it's no bueno. From an enterprise sellability perspective. But like if you want to make money, which is what you're doing, it's fine.
Yeah. Like first of all, like I want to get to $1 million in profit per year, and then after
Dude,
that,
you could do you could do
how
that, and you'll hit that run rate in a quarter or two, man. Like just keep solving the problems you're fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Appreciate you. Yeah. Rock and roll, man. Easy peasy. Rudy says, comments he might read them. Comments I might read them. Can drop service make me millionaire till December? Mindful you put a question mark at the end of your sentence. I don't even know what drop service is. Alex Hormozi is best. A Vylar RPAN 7350, you're the best. All right. Rockin'? All right, let's do it. Next one.
Hey, Alex, it's Alex Kumar.
I'm getting a ton of static. All right, go ahead, man.
My name is Alex Kumar. I'm a music lawyer, helping artists close 6- and 7-figure deals.
Okay.
Last year, we did $487,000 after doing cash cows.
Yeah, I was about to say we did a cash guys episode. So you did 487K. That's what you did. And what are you at now?
Right now, we are doing 30K, the current revenue run rate.
That's monthly. Okay, what were you doing when you got on the show?
83K.
Monthly?
So we grew by $400,000 in 1 year.
Oh, great. Oh, I'm glad my advice worked. That's good. So 80K
Yeah,
to 480K. So that was worthwhile to come on the episode. Okay, fantastic. I'm glad we 6x'd. All right, so what do we do from here? So what's the problem?
So the thing that's stopping me right now is qualified leads. The serviceable obtainable market is less than 100,000 people, and I'm looking to build a way to get to those people that have, live offers at the right moment at the right time, so they can hire me to help them close those deals.
Okay. There's honestly a shitload of static on my side. It's very hard to understand you. It's not on you. So what do you need help with? Just say it as few words as you can.
Qualified leads.
Okay, you need more leads. Got it. Okay. So you need more leads. Now, if you doubled or tripled your lead flow right now, would you be able to handle it?
Yes.
Okay, got it. So what are you doing right now to get more leads?
Content.
Content. Okay, got it. And I think what I told you to do was to send them over to Instagram and then DM and do a DM funnel. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, we're doing that.
Wonderful. Okay. So if you just need more leads, it's going to be one of two things that you can control on your own. Option one is you start running meta ads.
Okay.
It's option one. Option two is you just make more content. And here's the beautiful part. You can do both of those things and they accomplish the same objective. So if you crank up your content and then make all of the best performers your ads, then your ads and your your content and your ads creative can merge, which, by the way, for anyone who's listening to this, is the future of how ads are working. Like the algorithm for ads and the algorithm for content are the same. Like it has merged. And if you think about what the platform wants, if the platform could have every single content creator making ads and the ads are just more content, then that means the entire platform would be, quote, ad free and still generating revenue, which is a superior experience for the users, which is exactly what the platform wants. And so how many pieces of content are you making right now that are, like, what are you making per week right now?
Right now, 12 to 15 on Instagram.
Okay, so 2 a day.
2 3 a day, yes.
Okay.
1 to 2 long on YouTube.
Per week?
Yes, per week, and 5 shorts per week.
Okay. This works. And the 5 shorts, are those different than the 2 per day you have on Meta?
Yes. Well, one of them, I do 2 posts on Instagram, and the same short is the carousel on Instagram. So I cross post it.
Yeah, got it. Okay. So I think, big picture, I mean, you could obviously make more content, but I mean, I think your content cadence right now is adequate. Where you're probably gonna have to tighten the screws on is the quality of the content. So how much research are you doing on the hooks, on the scripting? Are they scripted, or how are you making them right now? The shorts.
Yeah, I'm doing the content, create the hooks, and then list steps for stories, and do carousel and infographics.
Okay. Do you have any kind of big accomplishment that you've had happen?
Yeah, we've helped, last year we helped artists close over $5 million.
Okay, great. So I would put that front and center, and I would probably include it in every YouTube video that you have. So when you introduce yourself to edify you, I would say, hey, I'm Alexiomar. I do this for this type of person, and we've done projects as small as this, all the way to projects as big as this. Our most recent thing that we did last year for $5 million. And so in this video, I'm going to XYZ, show you how blah, 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 blah works, right? Those are small tweaks that are going to improve it, but that's going to like elevate the brand overall. But right now it's like, we just need to grow the brand from a top end, content perspective. And ads is just something that you can do to scoop up more people out of the audience you already have. But the big thing is that you just need to hit your advertising with an atomic bomb. Like that's what it is. Like that's what you need to do. Now, we could look at pricing stuff, but I think I already looked at pricing the last time we spoke. So we fixed the business model. We 6x'd it, so that was good. What are your margins right now?
80% gross profit margin.
80%. Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we just need to make a shitload more content and make better content and then run the best content as ads. Like that's it. You have a front end thing. Like you can take twice the number of customers, right? I think I said that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's a pure demand thing. And we already fixed the conversion process and we fixed the pricing. So you just need to do more. So your focus, first 4 hours of every day, goes towards this. And then you can start your day.
So
Content and
one
ads.
quick question.
Also, they hear the
One
same
quick
experience. Yeah. Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah. So my question is, there are some people, some executives in the industry that say that because this game is all about perception, status, and network, that I should go to industry conferences, awards, dinners, all of that kind of stuff. What do you think about that?
I mean, if you want, but I would say if you want, you can go like once a month and make sure it's a good one and make sure you can solicit the audience for business. But by and large, content is going to give you a lot more distribution. So branding is going to come from the association. So if you want to make associations with people who are bigger than you, that's fine. I'm not against that. The big thing's going to matter the most, though, is that you have helped people like them get what they want. Okay?
So it's getting more people to know about the things that we are already doing.
First 4 hours of every day goes towards making more content and then turning that content into ads. That's it. You don't need to change anything else. You're at 500K. That's you go to 3 or 4 million, and then we check back in then. All right?
Okay, thank you.
Rock and roll, Alexiomar. Congratulations on your 6X.
Thank you.
All right, brother. Talk soon. All right. How do we fix our mic? Is the next one fixed? All right. I'm 24 and unsure about what to do to achieve my dreams. Dude, I'm 30. I was about to say 32. Fuck, I'm 36. And unsure what to do to achieve my dreams. I see so many people recommending hundreds of different things, but I'm at analysis paralysis. Yeah, bro, just pick one. You're not going to know. Imagine this. Imagine I was trying to tell you, hey, some people are like, pizza's great. That's going to be your favorite food. And someone else is like, steak's great. That's going to be your favorite. Someone's like, oh, ice cream's great. That's going to be your favorite food. And you're like, I just don't know which of these things to pick. Dude, it's food. They're all good. All these different paths are good. So you just pick one and then you start eating it. All right, I'll answer another one. Orion's, who can't spell surpass, I'm guessing. I will surpass you one day, Alex. Just watch. I'm serious. I'm watching, bro. We're watching. We're watching. All right, how do I get a beard like that? You literally, you actually do nothing. That's how that works. Let's see. How do I build a following? Missed that one. What are your thoughts on multi-level marketing such as Shopify did? I don't think Shopify does multi-level marketing. I think you mean affiliate. And yeah, I think having affiliates, people who recommend your products and are compensated for doing so, is a great idea. That's how TikTok Shop works. Can I sell services to become a millionaire? Yes. What? Yes. 80% of businesses in the United States are service businesses. What are we talking about here? Thoughts on residential remodeling. So by the way, guys, thoughts on something? Very tough question. How would you scale a food truck business that I just franchised? Well, I
You are
think the
connected as
franchising
the
is
host.
how you scale it. Hello?
Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the call-in studio web interface. Audio recording is on. Dual channel.
Can you guys hear this? Or is it just me? Am I hearing this? I just started a hair growth business. What is your best advice for you to have a great start? I think having good genetics is a great start for having a hair growth business. You got to let people know about it. Oh, they can hear it. They can hear that I'm the host. We are struggling today. Will I start? How would you start an AI dating app? I probably, that's such a small question with a long answer. All right, hello.
Hello.
Hello?
My name's Adam. How are you?
Who is it?
Can you hear me? It's Adam Jacobs.
Adam Jacobs. You've been always a bridesmaid, never a bride, right? You've always been on the list, but never made it. Am I correct?
That's correct.
I saw your comment in the group. I made sure that you got in. Okay, revenue, business, and problem. Also, it sounds like you've got like something in the background. Oh, dude, just mute us in the background.
Is that better? Okay.
Just mute me.
So
Okay.
I own talent agency group. So we own talent agency for actors and models, photo studios, doing 3.4 million in revenue.
Oh, your photo studio.
So
Dude, turn me down in the background.
Agency.
Mute me in the background. I can hear myself.
Okay, so we're talent. I've switched you up in the back now. We've got these like acting and modeling agencies, and now we have a chain of photography studios as well. So
Okay.
as well.
Okay, modeling agency and photography studios. Okay, got it.
Correct. We're doing 3.4 million in revenue, and we'd like to get to 6 at a much higher margin and significantly less stress or less challenge. I guess that's the best way to describe it.
And that's the problem, is that you want less stress?
Just in the sense of, so the talent agencies are very, very difficult in the sense of it's hard to commoditize them. So we started by selling preparation because we get 5,000 applications to the agencies a year. So you don't know, we basically started to try and productize many of those leads because you can't guarantee the outcome. So the agencies,
You're like, if you're ugly, you're ugly. There's nothing I can do, right?
Yeah, exactly. So if they don't book work, they get very, they get aggressive regularly.
Yeah.
So we the photo business was founded to essentially try and sell all the leads we don't want, something else, and also try and monetize it on the front end.
Uh-huh. Okay. And the problem is?
So the problem is that as we've been sort of setting that up, we've sort of stopped selling sort of preparation. So that we set with preparation packages via the agency, and it's proven to be quite difficult to sort of make the pivot over to just the photos and expensive to the agency. Proving to be very, very challenging.
So you have a modeling agency. Can you give me a split of the revenue between the modeling agency and the photo studio?
The photos business is about just a little over $1 million.
Okay.
And the rest.
And 2.4 is through the agency. Okay, got it. Okay, so
with a big chunk of that being like actual workshops and preparation, as opposed, we only get a commission of 20% on booked work, so we don't factor the total volume of cash into revenue.
And most of that 2.4 is prep work, not percentage.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay. So then you just randomly started a photo studio, right?
Correct.
Got it. If the photo studio disappeared, would your life be easier?
If the agency disappeared, my life would be easier.
All right. Interesting. What are the margins between these two businesses?
The photo studio has much healthier margins.
All right. Well, tell me what is it?
the gross profit's about 60% on the photo business. The agency package.
No, but I don't care about gross. What's net? What's net?
What sorry?
Net margin on photo.
Net margin on photos is at 25 to 30%, depending on.
Okay, so you're making whatever 250 grand here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and what are you making on the 2.4?
On 2.4, about the same. That another 250.
Okay, got it. So it's half the margin. Okay, so I guess so. The question I have is like, what part of the modeling agency business do you not like?
The fact that you can't control the outcomes for the talent, and also just the very difficult nature of high churn of your talent if they're not succeeding.
Well, dude, it's
very,
just because
very
you're
labor-intensive.
taking the bottom. That's the issue.
Taking the bottom?
No, you're taking the bottom. You're bottom feeding right now. So you're making
Correct.
more money.
Correct.
Yeah, right. And so like there's nothing wrong with agencies. There's gigantic multi-billion-dollar agencies. There's nothing wrong with the model. The issue is the avatar.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm guessing that you're running ads to get these modeling people?
No, mostly organic.
So people just heard of you and then they just organic as in like they just come in for like Instagram and stuff?
Instagram and Google, like SEO, things like that.
Okay. Got it. And so you want to get to 6 million.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, we got to pick one of these businesses. We got to do one of them.
Yeah.
Like you're CEO of both, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay. How would you get customers in your photo studio if you did photo studio shit?
We do a lot of giveaways. Like we do a lot of giveaways with the mailing.
Yeah, model call giveaway. Classic. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's one business. The modeling agency scales a little better because you don't have to open up brick and mortar stores all the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. So which one do you want to do? You just got to pick one, man. Like if I said, so if your modeling agent disappeared, would you be happier and you'd be able to grow? Would you be able to double the photography studio?
Yeah. Yeah.
How long have you had the photography studio?
14 months.
Yeah, it is a little new. You said how many locations?
2.
Okay. Honestly, you just have to make that call. Like if I get you to do one thing from today, is that you pick one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Zuckerberg didn't have an Airbnb. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So the main advice thing is just pick one and go ham on that.
Because if you had half your time back, would the problems that you're dealing with either of these businesses be solvable?
Yeah.
Right. You only have enough time to maintain them, not grow them.
That's very accurate.
Right.
That's
And when we talk about switching costs, it's like there's cost switching, like task switching, and then there's like business switching. So you have to like completely switch context. You're like, right, I'm talking about people showing up for photography shoots, upselling into portraits and packages, and then you're like, wait a second, models, I've got to go outbound to get a brand deal for so and so, right?
Yeah.
It's
Correct.
just two completely different businesses. So both of them make the same profit. I would say that modeling agency scales easier, but you sound like you hate that. And so pick whichever one you want, get all the time back, and go all in on that.
And then just push all the leads for the agency straight to the photo business.
Sure. In the in between. But like I'm telling you what the difficulty with the studio is going to be, is finding talent at each of the locations to be tough. You're also going to deal with ad fatigue because it's a local market, and if it's all ads driven, it's very little recurring revenue. You can get some seasonal if you do families. Are you doing, what kind of shoots are you doing?
We do model portraits.
Model shoots. What do you know, right?
And model portraits.
Right. So I guess you can get they'll probably get updates every year or two. Maybe you would know that better than me. So I think if you just say, if you position it as models get updated pictures at once a year, that might be a great way to get them into an annual subscription. That's probably the angle that I would go with. on the photo studio to make it a little bit more recurring. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
But just pick one, man. There's nothing I can tell you in this call that's going to matter except for that.
Okay. That's good. That's good advice.
All right. That's all you got to do is just pick. And then you got to commit, man. And not have this happen again. That means you stay the pack. You pick and then you commit. Stick with it.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. Congratulations. Hey, listen, man, you're obviously good at doing stuff. You're making millions of dollars a year. We just got to focus it.
Thank you so much for that. It's good. It's a good point. Thank you.
You bet, brother. Talk soon, man.
All right. Bye.
Toodles. Cheers. Cheers. All right. I'm 49. I'm trying to build a real estate wholesaling business. You should start. All right.
Hey, Alex. My name is Angelo. I sell personal training to people aged 45 plus.
Okay.
Right now, I'm at 300K revenue, and I would like to be at 1 million. The thing that's stopping me is that right now I have 3 locations. I grow way too fast. So one location is filled with like 180 members, paying on average 80 per person. One location is at like 46 people, also paying the same, and another location is at 105 people, also paying the same. So that's the situation I'm currently in.
That's you're making 300,000 between 3 locations?
Yeah, combined.
Jeez. Who's doing the PT?
Yeah, I know. So 1 and 2. People come 1 time per week, 20 minutes, normal clothes, they don't sweat, with a personal trainer. We train like 6 people per 1 hour. So every 20 minutes, 2 new people. It's high intensity, 45 plus, 55 until 65 is 80% of my clientele.
And it's $80 for the 20 minutes?
Like excluded 9% VAT. So on average, 80 euros, yeah.
Okay, and that's per 20 minutes?
Per month.
Per month, so they get 4 20-minute sessions for $80.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Margins could be 80% if we are doing like, if we are utilizing 85% of the sessions, which is the case in one of the 3 locations. But the reason why I grew so fast to 3 locations, I acquired one last year for 15K, so basically nothing. And I set up another one. It's brand new.
Okay. So if you get these ones to full capacity, do you get to 1 million?
Not sure.
Well, what does a
like
fully,
if I get,
what's a
like-
filled facility make?
No, I was thinking to grow each facility to 300 people.
Okay.
So 900 in total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So what's the issue?
Right now, I'm not getting enough leads. I'm a little bit cash constrained as well. So I was doing like a lot of outreaches on WhatsApp, old members, old leads.
Yeah.
Got me some new clients, old clients back, but
How do you get
Facebook
customers
ads
now?
aren't performing. I'm sorry?
How do you get customers now?
Right now at the moment, yeah, just with warm reach out using the AI.
Well, good on my AI. But you need a more scalable way of getting customers right now. Not that that's not scalable. I mean, how many new customers can you get per day?
Yeah, if I'm doing the sales, I could do maybe 10, but I also have a team.
You can get 10 customers a day via outreach?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, shoot, that's 300. 10 a day, 30 days, 300. You need to get 300 at each?
A lot. That's a lot. That's too much. But I also got a lot of clients using Facebook ads. But right now, because cash constrained, I didn't have.
Well, are you actually cash constrained, or is the offer that what's the offer that you're advertising?
So right now, the offer we are advertising, I just set up some new ads today. What I'm now advertising is like when people don't get like results in like 4 weeks, they get the next 4 weeks from me.
Sure.
Like
Okay.
free.
What's the price though?
Like 97 euros and a setup fee of 59 euros.
Okay.
It's
What's
including,
it cost to get a customer for you right now?
With the old Facebook ads, it was like 250 euros.
Per customer. Okay. That sounds right.
Yeah.
So it's not that you're cash constrained, it's that you're not charging enough on the front end. So you need to sell a defined end thing. So I think that you should have something that's called like on-ramp or onboard. So it's like, listen, we're able to sell PT at $80 in small groups because people get onboarded for 6 weeks. That onboarding costs $600. And then at the end, like then you go into the normal thing.
So for the first 6 weeks, I charge
600.
600.
Mm-hmm. Give them a meal plan, weigh them in every time.
Meal plan
and weigh them in.
Weigh them in.
Mm-hmm. Have you read my Gym Launch Secrets book?
No.
I wrote an entire book on how to run a gym. You should read that.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
That is my first and only real recommendation for right now. That being said, I think you were in a 6-week challenge.
Yeah.
$600. You lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks, and if you do, you get the money back.
But yeah, the thing is that the people who come to our location is that
they don't want to lose 20 pounds. Cool. So all we do is we make a different goal.
Yeah.
They all want to tone up and feel good, right?
Yeah, like they want more.
Listen, I already know the problem. I was literally in the gym industry for a while. I know what we're dealing with here. So they want to get in shape. The biggest problem they have is accountability, and the thing they're afraid of is getting hurt, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you sell that as the program. The reason that we do it this way is because people struggle with worried about getting hurt, which is why we do more onboarding to make sure you don't get hurt. You're worried about accountability, which is why we put the dollars on the line to make sure that you show up. And we want to make sure that you feel you get kickstarted in your fitness, which is why we're going to put some goal, because if we don't measure progress, how are we going to know what's working? All right, so I'm going to take your body fat at the beginning, body fat at the end. You might stay the same weight, but we're going to change the numbers around. It gives you something to target towards. Now, 3 weeks in, we're going to say, hey, Sandra, hey, Dan, you guys have been doing great. You're down 4 pounds. How you feeling? Amazing. So you realize this is a lifelong journey, right? Not something you're going to do in 6 weeks. Yep. Okay. Amazing. So this is what I want to do. I want to match your commitment because you've already showed up every time you said you were going to, and hopefully you feel like I did too. I'm going to take that money that you put towards this and we're going to roll it towards the year. That way we can make this a lifestyle rather than a quick diet. How's that sound? Fantastic. You want to just prepay for the year right now? That's what most people do.
It sounds like you said that a lot of times.
Yes, I've also taught 6,000 gym owners how to sell this, so yes.
But, okay.
Tell me why you don't think that's going to work. Go for it. Tell me.
Like, okay, I'm going to try this new offer, and then I'm going to give that back to them, like the 600 euros they invested.
Yes, but how are we going to give it back to them?
I don't know.
We're
like
going to credit it. We're going to credit it towards them staying for the year. You want to do that right now?
Okay.
So functionally, what you're going to do is you're currently at $80, right?
Yeah.
You're going to pop the price up to $130. People are going to come in on this offer, and then you're going to knock $50 a month off for the next 12 months. That's $600. So you're going to take $130, subtract $600 per month. That means you're going to be at $80 a month, which is your current price, which means they can prepay for $1,000. They get the rest of the year.
Okay. Sounds.
It also comes with a T-shirt.
And to be honest, yeah, I have to look up on the internet how to do the meal plans and everything. I've never done that, to be honest.
It's not hard, man. I promise you. The other thing you should do is after you meet with them, like you sell them right now, you should have a nutrition consultation. It's your first consultation. Sell $200, $300 in supplements for the whole 6 weeks, which means they're going to need 2 months worth because it's 6 weeks. So you'll sell 3 or 4 products times 2 up front, and that'll liquidate your cost of acquisition just on products. You don't have to do any more sessions. Cool?
Okay, okay. This is really important
Good
to me.
shit,
So
man.
I just want to reframe what you said to me. So I need to make sure that I understand what you're teaching me. So new offer 600 6 weeks, and I have to sell like supplements for the 6 weeks. Supplements over like $200 or $300. And besides that, a meal plan.
And you weigh them in every week for the 6 weeks. And then
Okay.
give them a goal. If they hit the goal, they get it back. The point is not that they hit the goal. The point is that they start the process. You pitch halfway through. Do not wait till the end.
Okay, great. And then one more thing. I have to get them in, of course. And do you have any advice on the Facebook ads part? Not do you have any advice? Like what I'm currently stuck at is
Right now,
creating ads.
Yeah. Right now, static ads are doing the best. I know because I talked to the Gym Launch team like last week. Static ads are outperforming video for most people. I still think that better video outperforms statics, but most people suck on camera. And so statics outperform video for most people. So if you're not good on camera, try statics first. My preference is to have, my personal preference is to have videos of many customers working out in unison. So if you can get people to do sit-ups or push-ups in unison or jumping jacks in unison or ab cycles where they have their feet on the ground and they're doing the little thing. If you get everyone to do everything at the same time, it's very attention grabbing, and then you have the offer in the copy. Cool?
Yeah.
All right.
Got it.
That's it, man. Easy peasy. $1 million.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Alex.
Appreciate it,
I've been
brother.
waiting for this moment.
Buy my book and then read it. All right. Before I take the next caller, I'm gonna shout out to the chat. Choose me, boss. Dude, Thug Life shows you, man. Here comes the flood. Right. By the way, don't copy and paste the same question over and over again. It's just quite cringe. Cringe is how the kids say it these days, right? It's cringe. Is that appropriate, Kai? It's cringe. Is cringe old now? Is cringe like past? It's not sus. What is it? It's cooked? No, cooked is like I'm cooking them, right? Do I need to educate you on Gen Z shit? Jesus. We got a boomer over here. What are we talking about? All right, I'm 21, I'm broke, supporting my mom with cold calls I hate. I want to learn AI and creative. How would you escape? All right, man, I'm going to answer this for you right now. Number one, stop saying you fucking hate them, all right? Like, do you think the rice farmers in China 2,000 years ago, shout out to China, 2,000 years ago who were providing for their families were like thrilled about having, bending over all day long? Calm down. And taking up rice, one rice paddy. I don't really know how rice is farmed, but something like that. Yeah, little fingers at a time. They have small hands. Anyway, a tremendous amount to be gained from realizing that you're doing something for people you care about, right? Like you're doing this to provide for your family. Like I don't know if there's really a higher honor than that. And so when you're going into it, I'll tell you a little parable about this. So you might have heard this as the parable of the stonecutter. So guy walks up, and there's three guys kind of hammering at stone. So he goes up to the first stonecutter and he says, hey, what are you doing? And he's like, it's backbreaking work. I'm just hammering stone all day. It completely sucks. He's like, okay. The second guy he goes up to, and he's like, oh, what are you doing, sir? And he says, well, I'm providing for my family. And he's like, okay, that's cool. And that guy seemed a little bit more upbeat than the first guy. And he goes to the third guy and he says, hey, what are you doing? And he says, I'm building a cathedral that's going to last generations. And the moral of the story is that the work was the same. The only difference was their outlook on the work. And I think that if you change your outlook on the work itself becomes significantly more bearable. Because even if you play out whatever version of the business that you want to start is, the vast majority of your day is not going to be doing shit you love. It's just not, right? There's just a lot of stuff that's like, and I only say this as somebody who literally did this. I was in the make money career as a management consultant, which you then go to business school and then become a banker, finance, and you make money, whatever. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to do something I love. I'm going to do fitness. Everybody tells me I've been into fitness my whole life. I was competing at the time. I was like, this is what I'm into. So then I go and I say, I'm going to start a gym. I said, that's what would make this real. And I start a gym. And as soon as I start a gym, which is literally following my passion, following my dream, I then realize that I have to sell memberships. I have to mop the floors. I have to clean equipment. I have to, I have to market. I have to, billing. pick playlists, all this nonsense that I had no interest in. And so what happened is that as I followed my passion, 80, 90, 95% of what I was doing every day was not the thing that I thought it was. And so for almost everybody, if you think you're going to follow your passion, it's going to be literally doing the one thing that you love every day, you're beside yourself for two reasons. One, it's not going to be. And two, if you literally did the same thing that you like every day, you're going to stop liking it because you adapt to it. The reason you like it now is because it's rare. It's a special thing that you get on your terms, on your time, and you do it for no money. And the thing is when you start, people are like, I would do this for free. It's like, yeah, but you wouldn't do it all day, every day for free. At some point, you'd stop. Because that's how humans work. If there were one secret, we would all do it. The point is that things have to change, and we expect that things are going to stay the same, and then we're somehow upset that life doesn't treat us the way we expect it to. And so to the young man who's broken 21, one, I think you should double down and get really good, because you can absolutely get out of this poverty through the sales cycle, number one. Number two, if you want to say, you know what, I'm going to do the sale thing, and I'm going to go all in terms of my dedication to it. I'm going to spend 8 hours, 10 hours a day. When you're on for sales, I want nothing else on your calendar. I want you to fall in love with the process. I want to fall in love with the craft. I want you to sharpen your sword. That's what you're doing. You're sharpening the skill set. And whether AI takes it over or not in the future is irrelevant, because you learning how to sell will be core to everything you do in life. Now, with the other hours of the day, I'm saying say 5 a.m. to 9 a.m., 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., all right? You got 8 hours that you can play with, plus weekends if you want. In that time, go learn the AI stuff that you want to learn, that you said you were interested in, and stop sitting on the sidelines, and use the sales skills that you're practicing, cold calling, and go get yourself some fucking business. And then realize that it'll still be miserable, because work is hard, and all you have to do is reframe it, just like the third stonecutter, and be like, maybe it isn't miserable. Maybe I'm doing something that I find meaningful because I choose to make it meaningful. All right, with that, let us take on our final boss. Let's take on Bowser. Let's go.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. My name's Adam. Big fan of your work. I sell business training to business clients, right? So small business.
When you say business training, what is it? Like, what is it? Like, what do you teach them how to do?
So I teach them how to grow their business. So we have startup training, we have growth training, and scaling training.
Is it courses that are done in person, or is it digital?
So we've got a very, very heavy in-person model.
Okay.
And yeah, so last year we did 14.8 million pounds. Yeah. And we want to scale to 25 million.
Rock and roll.
Typically, the biggest constraint that we have a few different constraints. Our acquisition method is that we run 12 to 15 live in-person events on a monthly basis, which are free events. It's like our demonstration to how we can help business owners. We on average we have about 100 business owners per event. When they come to those events, we have an offer that's £1,000. And that filters that down to about 250 new clients per month acquired. They go into boot camp training, so they spend 3 days with us. And at the 3 days, we have a range of offers. Offers that suit startups start at about 5K up to 30K for our more advanced stuff.
Got it.
We've got about a average per head revenue of about 5,000 head for everybody that attends the boot camp. Very, very consistent model, profitable model. Want to take it forward to 25 million. That's the next phase.
Got it.
But we've got a few constraints, and that is acquisition method for one, probably, and also the special skills that are around the acquisition method, and a bit of geography as well.
Yeah. So right now, who's doing the pitching at the events?
So I've got about 6 to 8 people that I've trained. So I don't go out on the road anymore.
Yeah.
They are doing the pitching, and we've got some really good ones, but it does take a long time to get those people up to speed to be able to do a really good job. And at the moment, that's where my focus is. So that's what I decided to focus on this year, is to try and replicate that skill set as much as possible. It does take time, but we're working on that.
Well, let me ask you a question about the pitching. So when you have the pitch, is there a slide deck?
Yeah.
How many slides is it?
Exactly. I think
roughly
268 for the day.
Yeah. For the whole day?
Yeah, for the day.
Ah, all right. So let me just make your life 100 times easier for 6 days of work. Cool?
Yeah, sounds good.
So the pitch should be word for word scripted on the slides. So my pitch at Money Models, the book launch, was 1,700 slides just for the 90-minute presentation that I gave. Which means every word I said was on the screen, paired with a visual for people who don't speak English that good. And so then...
I think a live in person, that would be, because this is all live in person,
yeah,
you'd still go down that road, yeah?
I don't know. I think we did like 70 million last year doing that in one of our companies. So yeah,
Oh,
I think it works.
Yeah, nice.
Think about this. If the words and the visuals are already taken care of, the only thing that you need to train them on is how fast to say the words, how loudly to say it, when to raise their voice, and when to lower it. And what to do with their hands.
Nice. Yeah, well, that does make a lot of sense.
That's it. Like literally, you've had this, it takes all this time to get these people trained up simply because you haven't had the pitch standardized. Standardize the pitch, put it in 1,700 slides, and I'm talking like one phrase, one sentence max per slide. And so what'll happen is you should be doing somewhere between one slide per 6 to 10 seconds. And what that'll do is it'll keep attention because it's always changing, right? And make sure that you pair the visuals with whatever is being said on the screen because it maximizes comprehension.
Okay.
And if no one goes off script, which they shouldn't because all the words are on the screen, right? It dramatically decreases variability. So what I would say is take the best pitches that you guys have done of all time, take the transcriptions, put them into the AI, come up with a master transcript that includes all the pieces that you think are most compelling, and then put that literally one sentence per slide across all the slides. You'll have like do the words first, then add the visuals to the slides, and then run it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And would you say that is the area of focus then? You think would you just do more in-person previews then? Like,
well, you have the
geographically.
Yeah, you have the model, right? The hard part is getting the model done. I'm assuming you have good margins. We're doing like 40, 50% margins, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a good model already. And so like the idea of like, let's change the whole model up because we had a constraint that we already know how to solve. I'd be like, well, we have 50% margin business and we know what we need to do to double it. So it's like we can go from 7 million in profit to 14 million in profit with one move, and we train 6 people on a slide deck to say words. You can do that in a week.
So go all in on training the speakers and really dial in the pitch. Nice.
Because if you tried to compete online, it would be significantly harder, especially if it's not like the main game.
That's what I'm experiencing. That's definitely what I've experienced 100%. And we find that we are electric at what we do.
Yeah.
And then every time we try to transition that, our money model just gets thrown completely in that environment, right? But we're really great at what we do in person.
Yeah. I just like the constraint was the pitchers, standardize the pitch, and also the training itself. Like you could sit in a room and have them just rotate through it, and they should be able, like the way that I train this is you have the deck, you do it, they should do it 25 times, 50 times before they ever do it in front of you. And that means that you go up, they do it at home, they record it, it takes 90 minutes, they take a breather, grab some water, do it again, 90 minutes, takes a breather, grab some water, do it again, 90 minutes. And then what happens is, say, send me your best one. They send you the best recording, and then they do, like you give them feedback, so you don't have, you can watch it at 2x speed, whatever. And then when you feel like they're good enough, they do it in person. So your net time for you is very low.
Okay, nice.
And the risk of them botching a pitch, which is obviously the biggest cost for this role, significantly lower. Because if they say the right words, the right way, at the right time, they will close. And I promise you, I've swapped out speakers more times than I can count. If the pitch works, the pitch works.
Brilliant. We've definitely done that at the high ticket boot camp model and been able to do it really, really well. We've really struggled with at the front end. So that makes a lot of sense. That if I drill the people a lot more down,
people are still going to crave in-person experiences. They're going to want to get out of the bubble. People want to connect. So I think it's a good model.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, and thank you for everything, because your work's been amazing.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely love it and appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man. Congratulations on the success.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, rock and roll.
Brilliant.
Okay. 16 years old. What should I do to become the richest person? Not ask that question. Some of you guys asked the questions in the chat. My team's telling me. How do I ask questions like this? So starting March 1st, I'm opening up a community on School for $1 million plus business owners. The link is in the chat. I select people who are VIPs in said community for the calls, and so that's what we're doing. If you want to join the waitlist, like I said, we're going to open up March 1st, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, I opened it up at the launch and closed it, so it's been closed for 6 months, and so open it up again in March. So join the waitlist if you want to do that. You can go there at the link. Again, it's for $1 million plus business owners, and the main reason that I put this together was because I wanted to have something that was very low cost relative to the verifications. Yeah, sure. And it looks like we've got a surprise guest who's going to be joining us. So you might want to stay tuned, because it's about to get raunchy and nasty in here. So let's see here. Sean Christopher, what will you do if establishing a business is nearly impossible because of high fees and laws that are against you? Go under the radar or save up? I reject the premise of the question. Like, businesses exist in every country. Even the communist ones, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, save up to, an LLC doesn't cost that much money. I think that's just a terrible belief that you need to fix. Layla, divinity is in you. What are we talking about? Layla, I do. Like, you don't want to talk to me? I'm right here. I'm the only one on here. What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. Syndicate Techs. What is the best way to improve speaking? Mechanism-based IP. Wait. Speaking. Missed it. Okay. How do I become mentally sharp and articulate like you? Practice, man. Ray. I think I have a video coming out where I actually show some of the first content I ever made that you guys probably have never seen before. It's like fitness content, and it's chopped, as the kids say, right? Chopped. It's chopped. It's quite shitty. And so if you saw the first ones and you see it now, like, you literally need to give your mouth more reps. God, that sounds tough. Okay. Thoughts on AI cold callers? They exist. Some are better than others, and over time they will get better than most people. Let's see here. What would you do in 2026 to get rich? If only I had like 7 videos that had that title, that all have completely different contents inside, because we just prefer to name everything the same title and video, because the same things what they were, no one clicked. Very sad. With that being said, we have our special guest who's just destroying my carpet. Not a disgusting carpet. That carpet's done its time. Are you gonna scoot? Do I want to scoot? No, you can get nice and close to me. This is nice, right? I'll move over. All right, there we go. Isn't this exciting? Did anyone expect this? Okay, well, how's she gonna hear? Are we gonna? You want to do that? Yeah. Okay. Otherwise, we're gonna have to do one of these. That's gonna be tough. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it looks like they prefer you to me, which I mean, all things considered, tracks. Let's see here. Yeah, Alex, I'm 29, doing $56,000 a month. Enterprise, $500 million. Oh, so close. Do you think I should start starting an AI lead generation company? Yeah. I put all my time and hard work in within how much time can I become more rich than you? Well, I can't tell you the secrets, bro. Why would I tell you all my secrets? Why would I make hundreds of pieces of content every single week telling you exactly what to do? What? To make more. My hair routine is literally do nothing. Actually, to the point where I think Layla is disgusted by it.
It's so disgusting, dude.
Yeah. I literally do not. I don't even use shampoo.
It's like crusted.
Yeah.
Like it's crunchy.
I
It's
generally
not from product.
Yeah, people are like, is that product? I'm like, no, that's just oil.
That's just good old fashioned musk.
Yeah, musk is what that is. It was like a just.
No, I was my teeth.
All right. Yo, Chris here. Is running ads for businesses too competitive? No. Come on. Is advertising too competitive? What are we talking about? How do you know if you're too niche? If no one exists that can buy your product.
Oh my God, these are so ugly. How do you
You'll
put
make
it
them
on,
look
how do you put it on your hair? I have too much hair. I can't hear.
You can hear it.
Are you gonna call somebody on?
Okay.
Oh my God, I have a chia seed stuck in my tooth.
Yeah, and for those of you who are curious, Layla also has been known to, she has a workshop inside of the school community I was referencing earlier, just on people. And it is wild.
Have you watched it?
Have I watched it? I live with you. I watch it every day.
That's fair.
I am it. It has become one with me. Okay, for a new clothing brand, start by testing. Are you telling me, or what? Are we? Okay, I want to get to 10,000 a month. I work with some client already in the AI automation space. I don't even know if that's a question. Okay, can we slow it down somehow so I can read it? All right, so Layla, you want to alternate? Here, I'll ask you the question.
Okay.
So I'm representing Dr. Jacob Gooden.
Okay.
Scroll up a little bit so I can see it. No, other way, down. There we go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Well, I lost it. All right. Sorry, Dr. Jacob. It was a very nicely worded question. Zach Fine. Wait, Zach Fine, 5739. Do you think starting a lean remodeling company, owner-operator, is better than hiring subcontractors out or vice versa?
I honestly just think it's trade-offs. I mean, like, if you're looking at any kind of business and you're looking at the model, it's like, okay, owner-operator versus the subcontractors. It's just like pick your poison of what problems you're going to have. So when you have subcontractors, you have less control. You're going to have more times or more problems with people being loyal. You're going to have more problems with, people being flaky. You don't have much control over them. If you have owner-operator, you're going to have more control. You're also going to have more responsibility. You're going to have more that you have to have oversight, more compliance, but you're going to have more loyalty, more stability. So I think you have to understand what your goal is with the business and what your goal is personally. For example, if somebody were to say, hey, should I owner-operated, scale my gyms, or should I, do a franchise? It's like, okay, well, what's the goal? And how fast do you need to get to the goal? And I don't assume that everyone has the same goals. So it's like, maybe you want to build a enormous business that can be the best in its niche, or maybe you want to build something that you can sell quickly. Then I think like you kind of have to know what goal you're optimizing for, which is why I'm really bad at answering questions like this. What would you say?
Yes. That's how Layla and I's marriage conversations.
All right, well, there you go. Okay, let me ask you one now.
Ask Matthew Brown's.
No, I'm going to ask whatever I feel like it.
Sorry,
Okay.
Matt.
How would you fix a car rental business? Problem is marketing, big competition, consumers want the cheapest option.
Yeah, it's a tough one. So I'm guessing the rental is for...
Why do I have this on?
What? Oh, yeah.
We don't have a
we're
caller.
not taking calls.
It ruined my hair for nothing.
I know. Yes. Your hair is ruined. Oh, my gosh. It was for nothing, too. So, my God. It sounded so loud. I was shouting before I had these headphones on. Okay. So beat them nationally. You have to beat them in one specific market and do something better than them. And so, I mean, like famously, Avis was number 2 in the market and was like, we try harder. And fundamentally, that is the winning strategy for for the underdog, right? Is that you have superior service. And the nice news is that the people who are at the top have, I think, in my opinion, and you've probably had a terrible experience as well, back when we rented cars, pretty shit day. So I think beating them on actual service is going to be good. I think like probably leaning into the soft touch things that might be less scalable and less efficient, but have more human touch might be a way to win in the paint in a smaller market and win one market at a time. but I'm not gonna lie, like it's not gonna be an easy business. It is largely commoditized. Like your Honda Prius versus somebody else's Honda Prius is quite literally the same product. That being said, there's a ton of demand for it, and so availability is going to be one. Obviously a huge component, but just like making sure that you have traffic and you have the ability to convert. And I think you should be able to outsell them in terms of upsells in the sales process. I talk about it pretty famously in the Money Models book, and so make sure that that sales process is dialed so that you can increase it, how much you make compared to them. Drawing flowers, or what are we doing? Hearts. Nice. Okay. Okay. Lucian Doan.
You have to ask me a question.
I am.
Okay.
Layla, 2-year super fan. I've consumed your content religiously.
He's Alex's fan, so you have to save that one.
Okay. Woohoo. Yes, ladies power. So let's go that. Okay. Let's go Matthew Brown again. So what is your higher? I remember the question you had earlier, which is what is your highest ROI or best social media channels right now? Between the ones that you're working on.
YouTube.
YouTube? All right, that's number one.
Yeah, I would say probably YouTube and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I would also agree that YouTube and Instagram are my number one and number two.
Yeah.
And yeah, that goes for everybody. I actually did a huge video that broke down all of our lead flow and where it came from.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did it get good views?
Crushed.
Someone should link it there.
Oh my God. And so I think the way to think about it, and I ranked them kind of S tier to whatever, but it was like, how much discoverability is there? How easy is it to generate kind of purchase intent, so like calls to action? And so I'll tell you something that we found from school is that Instagram generates significantly more traffic than YouTube does, but YouTube traffic converts at like 3 or 4 times the percentage. And so YouTube is still, for most, because a lot of people who are on school who have communities have some content of some sort. And so, and again, to be clear, some people have like 1,000 followers. So you don't need a lot, you just need something. And so the people who have it, they track where, because we can see attribution. YouTube is making them more money, even though Instagram sends more traffic. But the first 1 and 2 for most people are going to be those buckets. We have seen that people do well at monetizing TikTok if they send the traffic to Instagram. Don't ask me why, but that's literally the CTA that they'll have inside their bio. So just a tactical hack for you. If you have trouble monetizing your TikTok, make the CTA like DM me on IG, and then that it enters like the Instagram world. And for whatever reason, people are way more likely to do commerce and transact on Instagram, especially for more expensive stuff. Now, that being said, you've got podcasts, you've got emails, things like that. Those are what I would consider middle of funnel. People don't really get discovered. Like no one's like, I just found this new email, newsletter. That doesn't really happen. It's follow up. And podcast, honestly, nowadays, very tough to get discovered via podcast. More realistically, you repurpose your YouTube content as podcast material, and people discover your podcast through your YouTube content. So if I had 2 platforms that I would bet on, it would be YouTube and Instagram in terms of monetization, and I've just seen that across creators.
Nice.
How did you guys meet? Real Greg, there you go.
That's my question?
Yeah.
We met on Bumble, Greg. I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's a dating app. And Alex had, I think his profile was like,
I looked sick.
Own 4 gyms, working out, whiskey.
Cheap bourbons, expensive steaks.
Expensive steaks. Sorry. Something cheesy. And then you had a picture of you.
She says as it converted her.
And then you had a picture of yourself from college in the water from spring break.
Mind you, she says that I was 25. College was not like that long ago.
I know, but when I met you, I was like, you don't look the same.
I was bigger.
And then we met for Froyo for our first date. And I think Alex wrote me off immediately because I have a back tat.
I did.
And he saw it, which, by the way, I got when I was like 18 and drunk and high. So sorry, but...
Yeah, it was tough.
Then you immediately were like rude to me. Not rude, but you just were very...
I was trying to get the date over with.
Neutral. And then we sat down and started talking. Then you warmed up. And then I realized that you needed to eat. And that was part of it. And then once you had the food, I think you were much friendlier.
Nothing like sprinkles to cheer the day up. All right. I'm going to ask you a follow-up that's business related.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to ask me?
Okay. Give tips on how to get into a relationship when you're working to get to your best life. Like start a business and risk stuff. I don't know what that means. Crazy Chris.
I think it's funny when people say, I want to have my best life, as if a relationship is not part of your best life. I find that ironic because, like, we, for example, have like built our lives together. I think it depends on what kind of relationship you want, but in general, people are like, well, it's just really hard. I don't have time. I'm like, well, what do you think it's like when you're in a relationship? Like,
even less time.
It's even less time. So,
it's tough.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's tough out there.
It's tough out there. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I think something that you said to me last night, actually, was you were talking about
not
somebody.
Convenient.
What?
It's not convenient.
Yeah, it's not convenient. And I think that's the thing is like right now, we have this big societal like narrative that everyone should maximize all options. And so it's all about freedom and independence and like
maximum efficiency.
Yeah, don't let anything tie you down, all that kind of stuff. But the thing is like, I think it's about having options so that you can make a selection. The goal is not to always maximize options because at some point you need to decide. And so the easiest way that I can think about this is like, let's say you're like, I want to maximize the options of where I live, right? And so as a result, you'll not have a home anywhere because you're like, well, I want to be able to do the mountains and I want to be able to do the valleys and I want to be able to do the desert and I also want to be able to do the snow. And the thing is like, there's no location that does all those things, right? Unless you're in the Dubai Mall. But the idea follows, which is that like, in order to reap some of the rewards, you do need to pick. And when you pick, we define commitment as the elimination of alternatives, which means that if you're like, you said differently, you cannot have a lifelong partner and then also have ultimate optionality. If ultimate optionality is the thing that is more important to you, then you will not have a lifelong partner. And that's the choice. And to be clear, I don't think either of us are saying there's anything wrong with that. Just know the trade you're making.
Yeah. It's not convenient. I mean, it's like pursuing anything in life. It's like, it's not going to be convenient. And is it worth the trade?
Yeah, Aiden Watson, I'm going to go definitively yes for pineapple on pizza, preferably pineapples and jalapeno. And I speak very, very aggressively about that.
I like ranch with pizza.
Yeah, because you're ranch and mac and cheese on the inside. Okay.
I like pineapple too, but I like ranch and pineapple rather than jalapeno and pineapple. Jalapeno is spicy in, spicy out.
Okay. So
everyone knows that's true.
Jesus. Am I asking? I asked you, so you asked me one.
He's like, I'm going to ignore that. We don't talk like this on my channel. I don't care.
Pick one.
Me? Okay. 2-year super fan at 19. I've consumed all your content. Thousands of cold calls, pushing 7 figures. How do I get in a personal relationship with both of you? Didn't expect that one. Oopsie.
That took a twist.
Sorry about that. I would have ignored that one had I read the whole thing.
Get to 50 million.
That's not even true.
I know it's not even true. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you, man. Actually, there is a way, which is like if we have a role and you're like, I want to spend 5 years learning and lead something, you can apply for a role at ACQ. That's actually the way to do it.
We were with our team most of the time.
Yeah. Oh my God, by a lot. I mean, we have like 18 exits on the team. Like we have a lot of people who started business, founded businesses, sold them, and then joined our team. So yeah. All right. My husband and I run an in-home therapy company. We're about $40K a month and spread throughout 5 or 6 different cities, staff in each location. Should we focus on one city or just scaling across all? This is Lauren, 1998.
Trying to understand, it's $40K a month total?
Yeah, I'm going to guess.
Honestly, I would focus on getting the revenue per location up and the profit per location up because that's pretty thin.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I don't actually know what a therapy clinic margins or revenue typically
But you know it's
like,
more than $6,000 a month.
Yeah, I was going to say it's more than $6,000 a month. So I would say that we need to figure out at what point can you expand, and you've already optimized the model. So we always say, like, you've got to nail it before you scale it. You've got to nail the model before you actually scale the model. So that means, okay.
It's all about nailing models. I'm with you.
Oh my God. So what this means.
Money models. Money models. Gold digger models.
What this means is, thanks for just, you know, ruining my life. What this means is that you need to know what's the first product you sell, what's the second product you sell, what's the third product you sell. You need to have the entire customer journey mapped and optimized in each location before you scale. Because think about how hard it's going to be to add in all those things after you've already hired people, trained them on the old model. So what we always talk about with franchises and brick and mortar locations, like we've got to get the model right in location 1. Or if you have a couple locations, then let's just focus on that. We have to optimize it, make sure we can get our maximum revenue and profit per customer, and then we can look at scaling. So no, I would not keep doing that because scaling adds complexity, and it's very hard to, I like to say, like, if you've got a rowboat, which is like, say you have one location, it's like steering a rowboat. It's easy to steer, you can pivot fast. But, oh yeah, camera's over here.
Good metaphor.
But,
good metaphor.
But if you have the Titanic, it's slow, it's hard to steer. You could see an iceberg and you could turn it and it could still hit the iceberg. And so, you know, the more locations you have, the more you're like the Titanic.
R.I.P. Titanic.
Yeah, rest in peace, Titanic. And you want to be like a rowboat when you're making these decisions. And so when you're building out the model, the ideal is to keep it as lean as possible. And I think you can get a lot more revenue and profit per location before you do that.
Okay.
Cool.
Any you like?
Oh, am I supposed to pick one? Dude, your questions are so different than mine.
They're better.
They're way more tactical. I mean, I'm used to ones about people and about systems management.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. It's like I forget. What would you do if you were 18?
Oh my God. That's such an open-ended question.
Fine, okay.
Do lots of shit. Find something you're good at. Do more of it than other people. Do so much it's unreasonable that you will fail. If you do something so much that's unreasonable you will fail, you will not fail.
Yeah. You know, I think one thing that's an underrated skill is understanding how to ask a good question. And I think that that's something that, like, for a lot of you guys in the chat, it's like understanding how to ask somebody a question, like specificity matters. So if you say, what should I do? About what? In what time horizon? What is your goal? What's the context? The more detail you can drop into the chat, the better answers you're going to get from Alex.
So we just did a bunch, like an hour, 2 hours, I don't know how long it was, of calls. Think about the structure of it. I'm doing this much revenue. My business is I sell this to these people. This is the problem I'm dealing with, and I want to get to here. That's it. Current, desired, blockage. That's the question, right?
Yeah.
All
So
right.
if you structure your questions in that way, you're going to get way better answers.
Yes. Short questions equal long answers, which is not a good thing. Okay.
No, I'm not doing that yet.
All right.
It'll take forever.
I think it's for me. Pick one.
If you have to stack your skills again.
Or,
oh, no.
Okay, here we go. I got one. It's me.
All right.
Rudy L. Rudel. Okay. Rudel 908. How do I go about hiring people for a liquidation/resale business that's 100 miles away, meaning can't be there all the time, but could stop by occasionally? How do I set up systems for it?
Why? It's like literally what my mind was like, but why? It's like if you are just starting something and you don't have any quote systems, it's like, well, what's a system? Like, does anyone actually know what a fucking system is? You know what I mean? And so what's not a system is people remember to do something and so they do it because they remember it. Checklists that exist in your head, people who know how to do things but they don't have any guidance that they follow. A system is when you have a prompt that, I would say the prompt triggers a behavior or an action and it does not rely on memory. Like that's the easiest way I'll put it. Is that the most correct definition of a system? No, but people get it. And so in the beginning, in order to design a system, you really have like two routes you can take, which is like, are you going to have automation that prompts people? Or are you going to have a person that prompts people? If you have a location where you're not there, in order to figure out how a system works, you need someone to observe what needs to occur and to watch the system. So the first place I would start is like, do you have someone that's like a general manager in place to watch the people, to watch the staff, to build the systems? Am I in favor of like always hiring that from the get-go? No, but if you're that far away from your location and you can't be there all the time, maybe stop by occasionally. Like I'm writing a book on leadership right now. And one thing that's like very obvious is like the presence of a leader matters because you have to demonstrate what good looks like. So if you're not there to demonstrate what good looks like, you need someone there to demonstrate what good looks like. And then once that person understands and sets the bar for what good looks like, then it's like, now I can design systems to continue prompting what good looks like, which is like, okay, I have automation, I have reminders, I have checklists, I have all these things. But I think it's going to be really difficult if you don't have eyes on the ground there consistently to monitor while you're far away. That's where I would start. It's like, if you're not going to be there, somebody needs to be there.
Cool.
All right, I'm going to ask you one last question.
Oh, one last one. That's going to be good.
Okay. Yeah, I keep scrolling.
Gotta get a good one.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I found a good one. Wait. Back up a little more. Stop. I recently got diagnosed with ADHD, and I suppose it explains a lot of the inaction I've always had. Should I just try to take meds for it, or is that cheating? Or should I just try to use willpower for more discipline?
Where should you give me this one?
Well, what have people told you?
Oh, my God.
How many times have you been diagnosed with something?
Well, diagnosed, or people saying that Alex is ADD as fuck? So I'll tell you a speech that I gave to someone that I cared about deeply, who let ADD, ADHD, and other letters, I think, ruin their lives. And so when I had the conversation with this individual, I said, what you see as a handicap, I see as a superpower. It's all how we frame it. Somebody who has ADHD or ADD typically has a harder time abandoning tasks and can focus on one thing for extended periods of time. The issue is that like when that happens, it's like everything else disappears. And so the idea that like you have something or don't have something, medicate, don't medicate. I'm not a doctor. Listen to your own whatever legal disclaimer we'll put below here. But at the end of the day, like shit needs to get done. And most of the time you have other things in your environment that are more interesting to you than the task at hand. And so I will explain how I work, and different people work in different ways. What has worked well for me as somebody who's very easily distracted is that I remove all stimulus from the environment. And so let me give you an extreme example. If I were locked into a room that had no corners, all white, everywhere around, and there was nothing but a single black dot on the wall, what becomes the most interesting thing that gathers all my attention? The black dot. And so there's probably a black dot in the room that you are right now watching this, but you haven't noticed the black dot because there are other things that are competing for your attention. And so in order to focus is through subtraction, not addition. There is no productivity hack that works. The only one is by removing everything else that removes productivity. And so somebody who is fully focused does literally nothing but the work. And the best way to make sure that you do nothing but the work is to make sure there's nothing else to do but the work. And so fundamentally, I think for you, you would get a larger lift in your throughput or your work capacity by removing everything else that you do that is not what you intend to do. And that is my productivity hack for you. So whether you want to medicate yourself or not, that's your call. I don't think it's going to change much. I'll say it differently. There's a lot of people I know who take Adderall who still can't get shit done. So I don't think it's going to be like, you'll probably benefit more from just exercising and limiting the stimuli in your work environment so that you have minimal disruptions. And I think what you need to do is you need to confront the work. The reality is that most times it takes significantly less time to accomplish a task than you think it does once you begin, but you delay longer from beginning the task than the entire task takes in totality. And so this is the classic, it takes 20 hours to become proficient at almost any skill. It's just that people delay the first 20 hours by a decade. You just keep waiting for some perfect environment that's never going to happen.
That was a great answer.
Thank you. I appreciate that, my love.
Shall we wrap?
We shall wrap.
What?
All right. We love you all. We appreciate you all. If you guys like these, real quick in the comments, because we need approval to fill the holes in our souls, drop a fire emoji so that we can see that you guys actually like this. And if you like the Layla cameo, maybe we will do more together. Or as the Spanish say,
unlikely.
Juntos, right? Rafael said juntos. Como se dice together? Juntos.
Bye.
Got some fires. Got some fires.
Not that many.
Yeah, not that many. Not that many.
Tough.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what was happening before I came in, but it doesn't look good.
So, yeah, for those of you guys who wanted to hop on the calls, you can click the link, join the wait list. It starts March 1st. Anyways, appreciate you all. Rock and roll. See you next time.